What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along. And today it's the North London Derby pre-season. I don't know, it can't really ever be a friendly, can it? But Arsenal against Tottenham over there in Hong Kong. Um, do you know what? For me, I don't really like when they play the English teams in pre-season. I think you spend the whole season playing against these teams. You go abroad and you think, go and play against somebody else. But, it is what it is. I know there's obviously a lot of finances attached to these games. A lot of fans around the world don't get to see the English clubs play each other. So they obviously, do it for commercial purposes. But big up to everyone. Big up to everyone locked in. Hope you are well on this day. I don't even know what day it is. Thursday. There we go. Thursday, people. Hopefully I will have the intro back this week as well. So yeah, I got battles going on everywhere, man. They've hacked my Instagram. The intro, they tried to copyright me for it, even though I paid for it. It's all mad, people, but we're still here. They can't stop us, people. They can't stop us. Big up to the whole community locked in. Hope you are well. I can imagine there's some crazy time differences for this. Um, but yeah, man, it'll be an interesting one. Has anybody else I'm trying to watch the game through the website. When does it actually go live? Like when is the build up coming on? I'll tune in from 12:25. Oh, beautiful. So we pay and you give us a whole 5 minutes build up. The game kicks off at 12:30. The build up starts at 12:25. So that's what you get with the Arsenal website. But listen, big up, people. We are here and we are locked in, people. Looking forward. Well, am I looking forward to it? I am looking forward to it. As long as we win. You never want to lose to them. As the lineup. No, the lineup is right. Somebody just said Marino was up front. He's not. Unless he's got injured, right? No. No, I've got the right team lineup. So the Arsenal team, people, is David Raya in goal. Ben White continues at right back. Saliba and Kivior at centre back with Lewis Skelly at left back. Midfield, Norgard, Rice, and Odegaard. Odegaard, the captain. Norgard plays over Zubimendi, but Zubimendi did start the last game. Saka, Martinelli, and Kai Havertz is the front three, people. The Arsenal bench, I actually ran out of space. A couple of the young players didn't even make the bench. Setford, Nichols, Salmon, Mosquera, Zinchenko, Nelson, Zubimendi, Marino, Max Dowman, Ethan Waneri, Leandro Trossard, and of course, Victor Gyökeres. Where did I put the shirt? He makes the bench. I mean, listen, the records have been broken, and I'm a part of it, people. The only annoying thing about this, I didn't get he's got like the two dots above the zero. They didn't have it in the store, so I'm going to have to go and get that done again. I need it to look proper, but yeah, Gyökeres 14. I didn't even really do that to wear it. I did it because I was on this signed shirt thing over there where obviously I got a couple shirts signed for Cruz, Saka, and Rice. I thought, let me get the Gyökeres one as well, but we didn't get to. They basically pushed him out very quickly after he was announced. So, but yeah, Gyökeres is on the bench. Let's hope we get to see him maybe for 50. Yeah, for your son. The Gyökeres one may have been for personal reasons. I wanted that shirt signed. I can't lie. But yeah, he's on the bench. I think people have to understand with Gyökeres, he hasn't trained yet. Well, he trained yesterday, but I mean, over these weeks while Sporting Lisbon have been training, he's been doing individual work, which is not the same as when you're training with a group. Clean card, big up C. Hope you enjoyed Singapore. Singapore was really nice. Really, really nice. I'll be honest, and I say this all the time, right? When I go to countries, I like to experience the proper, how can I explain it? We was in an area that's very nice, all built up, big hotels, big restaurants, but you feel like you're not eating that traditional like Singapore food. So one of the nights we got the street food, went into a different area, and I thought, yeah, man, this is proper Singapore food. You know what I mean? So yeah, but a really nice place, really nice, very modern and very good. Sesko v Gyökeres. Well, Sesko could be going to Manchester United, which is interesting, you know. Um, There'll be a lot of. Can you imagine Sesko playing for United at Old Trafford and Gyökeres playing for Arsenal, opening game of the season? When we thought at one stage Gyökeres going to end up at United, Sesko at Arsenal. So be interesting. Big up C, can't be here today. I have an appointment, said Nora. Big up. Above and beyond, Gyökeres will come in at half time for that huge entrance. Will he give him half a game? I see him score a couple goals in training yesterday. He looked decent, but obviously training is training. Arsenal wanted Sesko. We wanted Gyökeres. I think that Berta was a big part of us getting Gyökeres. I think he convinced Arteta that we need the win now striker. Curtis looking like Yova's assistant. I just said, well done on the set pieces and Declan Rice. Let him shoot the free kicks, Is one of them. Brian says, big up Curtis and Cruz. Wishing Cruz a fast recovery. I appreciate that, Brian. Hoping to see Glock 9 today. Come on, you Gunners. Are we still calling him Glock 9? Glock 9 had the better ring to it, didn't it? But is it Glock 14 now? He took the 14, man. He took Thierry's number and he said, Arteta said in the press conference, like he knew the reason, he knew about Henri. He said he wanted that number, so I'm happy with that he embraced that. 1.6k in the chat, 1.8k in the chat right now, people. Let me read the Tottenham team, and then I can block that out with the QR code because we are sponsored by Match Bingo, but I thought I'll leave it for now. The Tottenham team, Vicario in goal. Their back four is Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, and Spence. Midfield three, Benton, Sarr, and Bergval. Front three, Mohamed Kudus, Richarlison, and Odebeer. Kudus, of course, heavily linked with Arsenal over the years, but ended up at Tottenham, which is sad for him. On the bench, Kinky, what a name of a player. Austin, Danzo, Davis, Vuskovic, Abbott, Gray, Basuma, Donnelly, Madison, Johnson, Son, and Tell is the Tottenham team. Now we'll put the QR code on, people. We don't really care about their team anyway, to be honest. But that is it. Listen, let's just say they've put a strong team out. But then you look at us, we've put a strong team out. Let's be real. That is probably Zubimendi, Gabriel, and Gyökeres away from being our current full-strength 11. You could argue whether you're a Martinelli or a Trossard fan. But Gyökeres for Havertz, Zubimendi for Norgard, Gabriel for Kivior. And with them, you could probably argue, I don't know, actually. Maybe Madison, maybe Solanke. He's not in the squad. Timber for Arsenal. But I honestly think Timber and Ben White are going to have a real competition this year. I really do. I think last year, people have to understand, Ben White was pretty much injured and never, even when he came back from injury, looked so rusty the whole season. He actually looks good in pre-season and he links up better with Saka. You can see it. Eze, well, big up Don Drape. Hope you're well. Make sure you go and follow him on Twitter. Eze. We're going to talk about Eze in a minute, actually, because the Eze story seems to be rambling on, and I just don't really know what Arsenal, what they're trying to achieve with the whole Eze situation and the way they're pursuing it. If they do it, it's another Berta masterclass, but we're going to talk about it. Valeria said, top-notch journalism, Big C, asking Saliba, I hope you got commission from AFTV. Listen, man, as I said, just ask the question that you want to know the answer to. We don't need to ask journalistic type questions. It's just, yo, Saliba, are you signing a new contract? You know what I mean? And that's what we all wanted to know. But no, big up to everyone locked in, man. Over 2,000 of you locked in already. It's 7 minutes past 12 p.m. UK time. I can imagine if you're in the Caribbean or you're in America, early hours of the morning for you guys. Curtis, you changed your tone of needing two players to one. What have you seen from Odegaard? Listen, Abel, I want to let you know, I would still sign two. I'm going off the way people were talking in Singapore. It sounds like we've got one signing left in us. Unless we get rid of more than we expected and we raise more money, I think Arsenal will sign one more player. I ideally would love to see Eze come in and you play him more central and then go and get the left wing. I've said many times I would get Rodrigo or Leao on that left-hand side. I just don't think Arsenal are going to do that. I think there's one more signing left. But I do think Odegaard looked good in pre-season. What I saw of him, he looked sharper. He was hitting the ball better. Um, but again, it's pre-season. Can you go Old Trafford opening day of the season? Can you go Anfield third game of the season? Can you do it at Newcastle? These are the games. Pre-season's pre-season. Big up Sheldon, 6 a.m. in Jamaica. Big up Big C. Love, bro. Big up to you. Rayon says as well, 6 a.m. Big up Gilbert, who said big up from India. Big up to you, locked in. DJ Dens, hope you get 100k, bro. Not far off. Come on, Pete. If you have not subscribed to the channel, what are you playing at? Hit that subscribe button. We are now, what are we? 2,125 away. I'm aiming for the start of the season. I'm telling you, I'm trying to push the community. That's in about 3 weeks. We got to push. We got to push for that. 4 a.m. in California. Wow, West Coast, early. Big up KC, 5 a.m. in Nepal. 7 a.m. in Jersey, East Coast, a little bit later. We need to get that 100k ASAP, people. We're on our way, people. Big up Robert, who said he's in Barbados. That weather would be great right now. The weather's a bit up and down here in England. But no, it is what it is. Big up Juan, who said 4 a.m. in SoCal. Just got to work, them early shifts. Big up Kamani, 7 a.m. in Philly. Connor, West Limerick, Ireland. Big up yourself. Am I in subscriber only mode? I thought I was. Let me have a look. You gotta make sure that's on. Yeah, I think I am. Subscriber only mode. It should be there. Big up Andre, 307 in Dubai. Nice afternoon. The weather in Dubai at the moment, I hear, is nuts, like 43 degrees or something. It's wild. Big up Ty, who said 12 p.m. in Croydon. Yeah, I know Croydon's a long way away, but there's no time difference, you know. Big up KC in Nepal. And big up Bombsy, who said 12 p.m. in Nigeria. Murphy said 10 p.m. in New Zealand. Big up the family podcast, man. Been a minute since I caught you live. Big up Big C and hope Cruz recovery is going well. Appreciate that, bro. Big up Jerome. Queens in the building. Queens get the money. 9 p.m. in Sydney, Australia. Do you know what? When I got off that flight to Singapore, right, I think 13 and a half, nearly 14 hours. And I got off the plane, man, and there was a lot of people on the plane that were like, yeah, getting off at Singapore, going to Australia. I'll be honest, man, I was hanging on like, get me off this plane. So if Arsenal do go on tour to Australia, I will be in trouble because, listen, maybe when you get off and you get 2 or 3 hours in the airport, stretch your legs properly and that, maybe it's doable. But yo, I mean, if they do go to Australia, I got to try and get business class upgrade or something because them flights, man, I don't know about anybody else. I'm one of these people, I can't sleep much on planes. You know, I'm lucky if I get 2 hours sleep. You know, some of the guys going on the plane, they're sleeping for 6, 7 hours. I'm like, yo, I just can't do it. Maybe if you had the bed in business class and stuff, you could do it. Or if you got a whole row to yourself. But it doesn't happen often. Johan said, just got back from Singapore, now in Thailand. Brian said, on the train in Boston, heading back to Brooklyn. Brooklyn in the building, people. Feels weird playing this here early, says Keros. Yeah, the early kickoffs, man. We haven't had them for a while. Neil said, I hate long flights. Big got ATL in the building, Charles. Yeah, them. Oh, 6'7", 6'7". It's brutal, same as me, can't sleep. To be honest, Big C, current Liverpool not scary as Klopp's. I just think with Liverpool, I don't know whether this is copium or it's reality. They're changing half their team. They're changing half. And listen, I think they're going to get Isak, by the way. I think they're going to get him. He's seen today's stories. He's in Spain training by himself. He's not even at Newcastle's training ground. He's leaving. He's basically going on strike. But to change half your team after winning a title is a big adjustment. Big adjustment. Who knows if it all clicks? But on paper, the business they're doing is unbelievable. Big up Raymond, who said, proud of you, Fambo. Blessings. Appreciate that, bro. Big up Jerome, who said, speedy recovery, Cruz. Appreciate everyone who sent well wishes to Cruz, recovering from a football injury. Ebba said, just got a new job, left Uganda, now in Somaliland. Congrats on the new job, bro. Big up. Bruce Harris, we need that 100K now. Well, it's in your guys' hands, people. Do you know what I mean? Let's get there ASAP. Big up William Soccer in Connecticut. Ain't that where 50 Cent's like massive house was that he bought off Tyson? Look, he said, Big C, it's my birthday today. I get to watch Gyökeres slapping a brace against Spurs. If Gyökeres scores today, I know it's a friendly, but there's no such thing as a friendly against Tottenham. I would probably celebrate like it's a league goal. Aju said, do you think Newcastle squeeze Liverpool for Isak? I think it will be close. I was going to say 150 million. I think because he's so desperate to go by the look of it, they might get him a little bit cheaper. I think they're probably getting for 130, 140. Do you think Liverpool will get Isak and Rodrigo? No, I think they'll get one, probably Isak. I think that'll be the end of their spending. I think they're getting for 130, 140 because he's pushing so much for the move. Tends to make the price go a little bit lower. Big up John Rend, Philippines Guna. Big up yourself. Abby said, I lose a bit of respect for players that go on strike. It's unprofessional. Lost a bit for Gyökeres. Do you know what? Let's be totally honest. This is my point of view. Not everybody will agree with this. When it happens at your club, you can't stand the player. When it happens for your benefit, like I'm not one little tiny bit bothered that Gyökeres went on strike at Sporting Lisbon. Why? Because that ended up him signing for Arsenal. If he didn't go to them measures, he may not have got the move. When a player does it at your club, yeah, you think this guy's so unprofessional, he's a joke. Big up Dantec, long-time subscriber, Liverpool fan. My worry is they won't gel. Scary for the league going forward when the team is fixed. Listen, let's put it this way. If Isak, Salah, Wirtz, if these guys click, you like Arsenal, we might not have enough to deal with that. Even Man City might not have enough to deal with that. If that clicks, it's wild. It's wild. Now, I don't know how they set up. Do they play Gakpo on the left? They play Wirtz on the left. Do they play Ekatike off the left? I don't know. They're going to have crazy amounts of options. A couple of worries for Arsenal moving forward is, again, no Timber and no Gabriel on the bench, which is, both players had surgery at the back end of last season. Neither one of them have featured in the whole tour of Singapore and Hong Kong. Obviously, we still got 2 more friendlies once we get back. Emirates Cup, we play Villarreal and who's the other team? Athletic Bilbao. At the moment, you would imagine neither one of these 2 players start at Old Trafford. Calafiori's out with a knock that he got in the last game. Kepa has been injured in training, apparently. I don't know how big an injury that is. I think I just read that it was a knee injury, but hopefully nothing serious. Apparently, there's 15,000 Tottenham fans there and 35,000 Arsenal fans, which you would expect. We're a bigger club than them, far bigger worldwide as well. But yeah, Kepa, it says Kepa has a knee injury. So how bad that is, we don't know. They will click, all class players. Listen, I'll be totally honest, even as an Arsenal fan, and I'm trying to find ways to make this easier for me to deal with. I think they'll click a lot of them. Maybe you get the odd one that takes a bit more time to adapt, but it is what it is. Will said, you seem very chilled all the time, Curtis, with the Instagram hack, long flights, and your son's injury. Do you know what? To be honest, with my son's injury, it puts the other things in perspective. Who cares about an Instagram hack? Long flight, you're gonna get there in the end. Watch a couple films, just deal with it. I suppose you have to try and focus on the solution more than the problem. Yeah, I'm back from tour, man. I'm back. People. I've been back a couple days. The Hong Kong part of the trip, I know I wasn't there, but it seems like it's gone so quick. Like the tour's finished today. So, yeah, it has flown by. But yeah, big up to everyone with the well wishes for Cruz. Yeah, obviously he got injured. He's got quite a serious football injury. He'll be out for a few months. But hopefully come back stronger. And kids, they heal quickly. And but yeah, big up to everyone with the well wishes. Let's talk about Eberici Eze because he is like the new daily transfer story that we're talking about. And I want you guys to try and break this down because, you know, with Arsenal, you've got to try and like Google Translate what they mean because some of it doesn't make sense when you really read it. But let's break it down. So basically, let me zoom in on this a little bit more. Arsenal have genuine interest in Eberechi Eze, have so far shown no inclination of triggering his 68 million release clause. Well-placed sources are also indicating that Arsenal would prefer to sell a forward before making any formal move for Eze. Now, just quickly, two things there I want to say. Number one, frustrating that we've spent 50 odd million on Madueke when we could have bought Eze first, then tried to get some money together and sign Madueke later on in the window. Second of all, surely £68 million for a player of that quality is not, like, I think that's a reasonable amount of money. I think he's improved enough over the last couple of years that he is worth over £60 million. Let's read the next bit. There is also a feeling at Arsenal that Eze's best position is at number 10. We all knew that. An area that Martin Odegaard and Ethan Nwaneri operate in. Arsenal may view Eze as a multifunctional attacker rather than just a 10. What have I said so many times on this channel? I love Eze as a player. Eze is not an out-and-out left winger. So if you're signing him to play him left wing, I don't know if that's actually the very, very best option, but I do think he would still be an upgrade on Martinelli and Trossard. But we all knew he wasn't a left winger. He doesn't hug the touchline. He's not going to run back and put in them crazy defensive runs that Martinelli does. That's not his game. So you should know that already before you even go to the table to negotiate. Arsenal are understood to value Eze lower than the clause and want to negotiate a deal beneath the agreement. That's going to be difficult. It is understood Eze is very open to joining Arsenal. However, that is not to say he is desperate to leave Crystal Palace. Palace are in Europe, just won a cup. As things stand, Palace chairman Steve Parish has shown no indication he would be open to negotiating a lower price, though there is a thought at rival clubs his stance may soften later in the window. I'll be honest, I don't like what I'm reading there. I don't like it. It feels very hopeful. And I think big clubs get things done based off fact rather than hope. I don't like that. I think Palace are going to want the release clause. Why, if you're Steve Parish, why would you accept less than the release clause? He's your best player. You've just made Europe. You've just won a trophy. Why would you turn around to Arsenal and say, I tell you what, mate, take Eze for 55 million or even 60 million. We found out yesterday QPR got 15% sell-on clause, not 20. But even 15% is going to be what, 6.8 and 3.4. You're looking at what, 3 on top, just over 10 million. So they're going to get 58, 57 point something million for their best player. That's not good business. So why is he going to drop the price and make even less money? It makes no sense. If they don't think he's the right player to play on the wing, go and buy a winger. Go and buy Leao. Go and buy Lookman. Go and buy Rodrigo. Go and buy a touchline hugging winger. You know, pay the release clause or move on. Now, don't get me wrong, if Berta gets out of there at a lower price, I'll hold my hands up and say I got it totally wrong. That's unbelievable business. But I don't see it happening. I see no reason for Crystal Palace to say, yeah, take the best player for less than what his release clause is. Makes no sense. Got 2 years left. Why wouldn't you keep him for one more year if you was Palace? Unless someone pays it. Leao, Gordon, Rodrigo, Lookman, Yildiz. There's no excuse. There's tons of, not tons, but there's a handful of quality touchline hugging left wingers that are upgrades on Trossard and Martinelli that are gettable in this window. So to me, if I'm Arsenal, you get Eze in or you walk away from the deal. I don't like this thought of us waiting. Because what if we wait until late in the window and Palace don't change their mind and they're still saying release clause or nothing? Then what do we do? And if we need to sell a player, get moving. We still haven't moved enough players on people. right? Yeah, I do. I trust Berta because he's done amazing business getting Gyökeres for like 64 million, which is incredible. And at the moment, yeah, this comment, I kind of agree with. It feels like Madueke is going to end up on the left-hand side. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Denz, that's a great point. What if we wait and another team activates the release clause before Arsenal? You've seen it. You've seen it. We're lucky actually that Chelsea have gone for Xavi Simons because they were being linked with Eze. Now maybe Eze's camp was saying, look, he favours a move to Arsenal rather than Chelsea. As a boyhood Arsenal fan, that's the move that he wants. So maybe Chelsea walked away and went, okay, we'll go and get Xavi Simons. We know that Tottenham wanted Eze. They turned their attention to Gibbs White. Obviously, the Gibbs White deal has fallen through. He signed a new deal, but Tottenham could go back in for him and drop the release clause. Now, he might be saying, look, I want to go to Arsenal, but if Arsenal ain't putting the money on the table, he could go elsewhere. So it's an interesting one. What is Eze worth next season with 1 year left? Parish isn't stupid. Well, that might be the game that Arsenal are playing. Okay, we'll give you 55, 60 million for Eze. You're saying no right now, release clause only. Eze doesn't look like he's going to sign a new deal. They might turn around and go, yeah, but with a year left, you'll be lucky to get 40 million for him next year. And if he has a bad season, he might be worth even less. Now, I think that's what Arsenal are trying to do. They're saying to Steve Parish, look, mate, year left. If he don't have a great season, you're getting 30 odd million for him. Take 60 and keep it moving. But there is an element of risk attached to that. But if we pull that off and Berta does that, cool, no problem. Leao, 60 million euros. If Leao was 60 million euros, I'd buy him today. I'd buy him today. I think the balance he would give us on that left-hand side, he's so dangerous. A lot of people think I overrate Leao. What I like so much about him is how dangerous he is. And sometimes people have to understand that danger. Who used to sing that song back in the day? I can't remember. But you remember that song back in the day? Danger. It was he's a player that you have to double up on Leao. So imagine trying to double up on Leao on the left and doubling up on Saka on the right. It don't work. I speak to a mystical, that's it. See, the community knows, man. Is that get on the floor? It's me wrong. You know when you don't know the words, but you just mumble. You know what you're talking about, but you can't explain it. You know what I'm talking about, community. A friend of mine who used to play in the Prem, he said when you played against Klopp's Liverpool, it was almost impossible because you double up on Salah, you double up on Mane, Firmino's running wild. You know what I mean? They run it. You can't double up on two wingers. You're getting ripped apart. There's too much talent there. You know, you got Sané and Sterling when they was at City, so you need two of them. Wow, Mystical's in jail apparently. Man's moving mad. I better not sing that anymore. Rodrigo 80 million or Eze 67. I've said many times on this channel, people, I want Eze at Arsenal 100%. If you're playing him left wing, hugging the touchline, I'd rather take Leao or Rodrigo. I honestly would. Come on, what's going on now? Surely this match day build-up is live now. I just paid money for this. What's going on? It's 12:25. Is it playing yet? I think it is playing. There's a play button showing up. Are we live, people? Are you guys watching it on the website? Yeah, it's on. I've got it on now. I could have, but yeah, I'll just do it here. All right, we're on. There's a light show going off pre-game. That stadium actually looks really nice. Oh wow, what's it doing? Right, there we go. What's up? Yo, big up Tokyo Guna, man. What channel it's on? It's on the Arsenal website. I don't know what channel it's. It may be available on other channels. Paid for the early bird pass. What a rip-off, man. What a rip-off. You know how many Premier League teams show pre-season games for free? Players are coming on the pitch. Ash said, Curtis, with the tour, did you prefer the USA tour or Asia tour? The USA tour seemed longer. Well, I came back early, didn't I? So I had 2 weeks in America, where I've only had a week in in Singapore, they were a bit different. The vibe was different, to be honest. Both very good for different reasons. Both very good for different reasons, to be honest. But no, like with the America tour, I've had 3 in a row in different parts of America. So it'd be good to go back to that part of Asia. £10 for 4 games. Oh, is that what it is? To be honest, I haven't paid for 4 games, so if that's how much it is for all of them, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Barca are playing right now, 2-0 up. Yep, the players are on the pitch. The players are on the pitch, people. Doing the pre-game handshake and warm-up and all that. Why is the game like lagging? It better not do that during the game. Because I need to be, when Gyökeres scores, I need to see it. If Gyökeres scores, I think I'm shouting down the house. Oh, it's playing better now. There we go. There we go, people. There's way more Arsenal fans, but there are a few. Apparently, it's 15,000 Tottenham fans, 35,000 Arsenal fans. Yeah, was there anyone else then? It was just lagging, is it? Did you take a jet to holiday? No, I didn't, people. How do you feel about Gyökeres not starting? It's understandable, man. He's had 1 training session with Arsenal. No, people, again, let me remind, 3,200 of you in here. The Instagram's been hacked. That car, that house, that investment, none of it is legit. Don't sign up for anything. Don't follow anyone. Just do me one favor. Report that account. A lot of you have reported it. So big up to everyone who has reported it. But do not sign up for anything. Don't sign up for anything. I just want to check this. Somebody just said in the comments that Tottenham are showing this game live on their YouTube channel for free. I just want to see, because I really have a problem with clubs charging you for pre-season friendlies. I think it's disgusting. Tottenham do have a stream showing up, but are they showing the game? Wow, see that, people? Listen, I'm giving you a free out here, but don't turn me off on YouTube. Load it up on another device. Tottenham are showing the game on their YouTube channel for free. I felt a bit dirty even going on their page, you know what I mean? But if you don't want to pay, we'll forgive you for 90 minutes. Listen, food's expensive right now, people. Go and watch that for free. Then why should you spend £5 to watch it on Arsenal's website? I told you, it's a disgrace. Go and watch it on Tottenham's YouTube channel. Just don't turn this off. I reported your account as fraud. They never gave an option for hijacked. Listen, big up to everyone who has anyway. Liam said, I pulled out the sick note today to watch a pre-season game and the merch arrived in the post. That is some shameless day. Hope nobody from your work is tuned in, Liam. AU said, my only worry as a City fan is our defensive setup. If Pep can fix that, we are good. Arsenal team is also good. Will not be easy as Liverpool think. Big up to you. Sky version, I paid for the early bird pass without knowing all Arsenal pre-season game broadcaster at my local broadcaster. Wow. And UTC, if you lose this game, I don't care if it's a friendly. Nah, if we lose, I'll be annoyed. If we win, I'm not that bothered. It's just pre-season. If we lose, I'm annoyed. Right, the countdown to kickoff is on, people. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are underway, people. North London derby in Hong Kong. Arsenal against Tottenham. As Fabrizio Romano says, here we go. Total agreement between the two clubs. Victor Gyökeres, 64 million euros. Here we go. We're underway. And as I said, people, you're lying. People saying the Tottenham stream ended. Has it ended? Have they just done the build-up and locked it off? Let me check this. Let me check this. Dirty club. Oh, Arsenal on the attack. Odegaard. Oh, goes out for a corner. I thought he got clattered then. They've ended the stream. They've ended the stream. What a dirty football club. They're horrible. They've done the build-up and then locked it off, have they? Or is it still on? They've locked it off. Wow. led people in with a build-up and then locked it all off. That is nasty work. That's so Spursy, innit? They even bottled the stream. Levy Dark Arts, yeah, got some traction and then left it. Spurs desperate for views. Corner to Arsenal early on. Let's win this game still. I want us to win, man. In swinging corner from Bakayo. Yeah, it was locked off as well. Share any links if you've got other websites or pages that it's on for people so they can watch. The main thing with these pre-season games, you don't want anybody to get injured. You just want everybody to come through it fit. Big up yourself, people locked in. Really appreciate the support. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Scan the QR code to follow Match Bingo. Big up to them for supporting the whole pre-season and sure on tour. Paramount Plus in the USA. There you go. Get your VPN out and sort that out. Here is Norgard, Ben White. Interesting. You saw Ben White and Gyökeres, very good friends. Obviously, they were teammates at Brighton in the under-23s. Here's Odegaard. Really looking for Odegaard. Gets dashed to the floor there by Bergvall. No, man, you feel free to share places people can watch it. They say you can't click them on as a comment, but no, feel free. Here's Odegaard. Lovely ball out wide to Saka. Up against Jed Spence, 1v1. Gets to the byline, wins another corner for Arsenal. What do you think of Tottenham? Ish. You know, I don't like to swear on stream, people. You know what I'm saying. Saka is so bait. Listen, I've always said I want his skill level to go up a little bit. But he's class. Watched him close up, man. Big up Nathan Gunter, my long-time friend. Blessings, C. Big up the GOAT community. Appreciate that, bro. Big up Jim, who said, listening to Curtis whilst in Sainsbury's. I mean, it's going to improve your shopping experience, in it when you're on, like, aisle 8 looking at the cereal. Ball whipped in by Saka. Odegaard on the volley. Flicked on. Oh, should have scored. Should have scored. Who was that? Odegaard had the shot into the ground. It was flicked on. Went just wide. Saka's ball was crossed in. Would he have been offside? That's a good chance, you know. We should have hit the target there. Who headed that? Saliba. Saliba heads it wide. Set piece FC, people. Set piece again. Ole, ole. Stand up if you hate Tottenham. I can't ignore it, can I? If it's there, I got to acknowledge it. Oh, Kudus looks sharp there. Rescues possession. He is quick, by the way. Ball whipped in by Tottenham. Collected by David Raya. Wow, Mohamed Kudus is quick. Arsenal trying to hit them on the break. United fans think they're getting. They think they're back getting Sesko. Yeah, good luck with that one. Yasin said, finally back with the watch-alongs. Hope Cruz is doing well. Big up to you. Pillowfoot should have scored. I'm hoping no more Pillowfoot this season. Long-time follower in Barcelona, says Danny. Here's Saka. I tell you what, Jed Spencer, good 1v1 defender, so that'll be a good battle. Finds Ben White. The state of Tottenham's last 5 games. I know, bro, they're losing to, like, low opposition. Ben White whips it in, not a great cross. And that will go out for a Tottenham goal kick. C said it's my birthday. He's a Liverpool fan, but love the content. Big up Curtis and the chat. Happy birthday to you, C. Nathan said, blessings, Cruz, heal up, come back stronger. That's it, man. It's not the setback, it's about the comeback. Max Dowman looks a great homebred prospect, bro. He is a baller. He's a serious player. I think he'll have a big future at Arsenal. South London Finest, big up your damn self. We got 3.2k locked in. Get those likes up. Let's get 2,500 likes. JT said, I'm at shopping to big city. You can improve your shopping experience, right? You know what I mean? Take the headphones, the earpods, whatever, and lock in. Especially if you're shopping for things that you're not excited about. Take it up to another level, you know? Arsenal in possession. Good play there by Lewis Skelly. Paying for a friendly, it's an Arsenal team. The thing is, I thought Tottenham were showing it for free. They're not, so it looks like you do have to pay. Saliba looking for Saka over the top. Spencer's outpaced him there. Come on, Saka, man. You got to make it harder for him than that, man. You've let him just control that turn and play it off you for a friendly. How are you letting him turn? I suppose I've just got to look at it as it's pre-season. I don't want the team to overexert themselves, but big up Inos with the super sticker, man. Really appreciate it. Big up everyone locked in. I still want us to win this game. I don't know why, right? And it might be too early for me to say this, but I've got a feeling that Norgard's going to be a decent signing for us. Not a world beater. Don't get me wrong, I don't think he's going to be amazing, but I think he's just going to be a solid, reliable midfielder. I mean, I think he looks a bit like Buzz Lightyear, but I think he's going to be a solid midfielder for us. I saw him in them 2 games and I thought, he looks very good on the ball, better than I thought. Raya looking over the top, Martinelli, come on, what have we got? Here's a chance, big chance, Kai Havertz, is that a penalty? Oh, come on, no, it's not. How have you not got that shot off? No VAR. Martinelli did really well. Great ball by Rice. Havertz. Is that not a penalty? Or is that just poor? He's given offside anyway. So it wouldn't have counted. Ah, dear. I think Martinelli was offside. I did get my luggage back, people. That's why Havertz needs to sit down on the bench this season and watch. I'm so happy we've got Gyökeres. I can't watch another season of that. Honestly. And as I say every year, people, Havertz's a cool guy on tour. He really is. But I don't let that get in the way of what I think. This guy needs to be sold at the end of the season. I would have sold him now. Oh, Kudus is a problem, you know. Honestly, I wish we'd have signed him instead of Madueke. Here come Tottenham on the attack. It's blocked. They've still got it. It goes out for a Tottenham corner. I think that's their first corner of the day. Get Gyökeres on already. I did get the luggage back 3 days too late. Thomas the Frank Engine. Did you guys hear expressions in the press conference? What a guy. How is he surviving in the press? Can you imagine like a paid journalist, 3 years at university, a man's going, do you know your nickname's Thomas the Frank Engine? I said, nah, this guy is too much. But to be fair, Thomas Frank seemed to find it funny as well, so fair play to him. Sometimes you got to mix up, man. These journalists are boring, man. Big up Garvey, who said at work on a roof listening to Curtis Shaw TV. Great. Love the show. Love the energy. Big up yourself on the roof. Take it easy on the roof. You know? High ceilings and all that. Sesko. I did high five him. It was shameless. Corner to Tottenham. Whipped in. They've hit the post. Oh, it's cleared. David Raya was flapping there. Do you know one thing that Arsenal have got to improve on massively this season, right, is the counter-attacks are too slow for me. You know, when we was at the Newcastle game the other day, oh my God, he hit the corner. He hit the corner and hit the post straight from the corner. Raya was getting blocked off. Went all the way to the far post and hit the post. I think we're too slow in transition. Even the other day watching Newcastle on the counter-attack, they were so quick on the break. With Alanga, with Anthony Gordon. You watch Arsenal, we're not quick enough. Saka gets tackled there by Saw, and they win a free kick. I think we're too slow, honestly. I think, and this is why, for me, I want to see a Leao or Rodrigo on that left-hand side. We need more speed in this team. I think it's one thing we distinctly lack. Saka's quick, but he's not rapid. Martinelli's quick, but because he doesn't dribble that great, it's like you don't use his pace well enough. So I think we need more pace in the front line. But we have Madueke. I mean, Madueke is quick, but is he good enough with the pace? It's so easy to be broken at counters, yeah? Here come Tottenham on the left-hand side. Gets to the byline. Ball whipped in. It's a corner to Tottenham. They're having a bit of a spell now. See, even they look quick on the break. Kudus is rapid. Richarlison's got pace. That Odebeer's got pace. Fullbacks are bombing on. Noni is quick. I mean, let's just say Noni starts left wing first game. You got Noni, Gyökeres, Saka. That should be quicker. Gyökeres is quicker than Havertz. But I don't really want Noni starting left wing, but it could happen. Trossard always goes straight for the goal, get him on. He was good. I thought he had a good game against Newcastle. There's a lot of rumours at the moment saying he might leave. Corner to Tottenham, whipped in. David Raya collects it. Like, now, come on. Where's the break? Raya gets pushed to the ground. There we go. Good pace. But look, Martinelli against Kudus. Oh, it was Rice. We got Rice on the break in transition. You know what I mean? Against Kudus. It ain't going to happen, is it? Arsenal fans have to be more ruthless. Martinelli is rubbish. I've got to be honest, right? I've been a Martinelli defender for a long time because I thought the ceiling was high, people, like the Burj Khalifa. Those 2 games in pre-season, I looked at him very closely and I thought, I'm not sure he's that guy. I'm really not sure he's that guy. Just, he doesn't use that pace well enough. But if Trossard goes, they won't sell Martinelli. They're only going to get rid of one of them. So that's the issue. Well played. Well played, Odegaard. Big up Daryl, who said, thanks for the watch along. Curtis, love the channel. Been a Gooner over 50 years. I'm a painter doing the skirting boards at the moment. Hey, keep yourself entertained. Get the headphones in or put it on the speakers so you can hear it. Big up yourself, man. Aubameyang is a free agent. Well, he just signed for Marseille, didn't he? 2-year deal. He's gone back there. I just saw a stat today. In his last 2 seasons, he got 30 goals in all comps at Marseille. Over 20 goals last season in Saudi. Lewis Skelly does well there. He gets fouled. A couple of tackles flying in. No such thing as a friendly when it comes to Tottenham. Martinelli is a good sub. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. With his pace, but... big up to Aditya, who said, big up Curtis, sending love from Australia. The only time I'll be able to watch the live stream. Get well soon, Cruz. Also, any collabs this season? Yeah, definitely going to do collabs over the next week or so. We're going to get some collabs going in the build-up to the season, definitely. David Raya being put under pressure by Richarlison. The middle of the pitch looks quite dusty. That's a great ball, but Saka's offside. The pitch doesn't look great. Number one priority for this game is don't get anybody injured. Then we want to win the game, you know. He didn't even look offside. Actually looked onside there. Plus, the game gets interesting second half when you take players off. Bob said, Raya worries me. Bad end to the season is continuing. The one thing I realised with Raya, again, when you see him close up, he's small. He's small, man. Like, when we played Newcastle and you saw, like, Nick Pope, he's massive. I'm not saying I would want Nick Pope. He's nowhere near as good as Raya, but I'm saying most goalkeepers are really tall. Here's Mohamed Kudus for Tottenham. Still fuming we didn't go for him. But again, probably they wanted more money up front, West Ham. Whereas old Nonny, we got a nice payment structure. Brian said, can you describe Arsenal's style of play? It's possession-based. It's possession football. The aim is to sort of draw the team out of position so that you can pick them off. The problem with that is if a team is very solid in their shape, it's hard to open them up, which you've seen many times with Arsenal, especially at home against low blocks, which is why you need a bit more individual quality. Spare of the moment players that can make something happen, which is where you're hoping a Gyökeres, maybe a Eze, those guys can come in and add to it. Throw into Tottenham. Tottenham actually the better team the last 10 minutes. We started well the first 5. Odegaard getting bullied off the ball. Yeah, again, He needs to be higher up the pitch. I think he drops too deep. Once you drop deep and you're in that midfield, you know that's the battleground, innit? Any football match at any level, the middle of the park is the battleground. That's where them crunching tackles go in, blah, blah, blah. If I'm Odegaard's manager, I'm saying get out of that battlefield, get higher up. I want you 10 yards away from the striker where you can touch, shot, touch, try and pick out a pass. He's still, for me, 20 yards too deep than he should be. He's almost in centre mid. So I think they need to go and get an Eze, because not only are you looking at it and going, well, Eze can play on the left, you need somebody that's going to actually say to Odegaard, yo, I'm putting pressure on you. I think Odegaard's a very talented player. I don't think we're using him as well as we could. Look where Odegaard is right now. He's literally in centre midfield. Like, I don't want... Think about when we had Mesut Ozil. Think about David Silva at Man City. Think about Isco when he was at Real Madrid, though. They're not in the middle of midfield in that battleground. You need them 15, 20 yards higher up the pitch, where you just touch and pick that pass. Find Gyökeres. Come on, Arsenal. What we got? It could be in. Declan Rice. Left foot shot. Oh, it's blocked. I thought he was going to get a shot off there. Seemed to take a little while to get the shot off. Goes out for a corner. Man said, how's the G-Wagon? Yo, I see him. This ain't no laughing matter. Right? People thought I had a G-Wagon and a mansion. Just report that account and keep it moving. But anyway. That's a good block by Porro, to be fair. Corner to Arsenal. Declan Rice to take it. And Havertz drops deep as well, because obviously he's not a natural striker, so he's drawn towards the ball. What I'm hoping is that when Gyökeres is playing, he's higher up the pitch, and then that obviously pushes Odegaard higher up the pitch. Corner taken short. I agree with that, by the way. Andrew said Odegaard would cook in City's midfield. I think he would. I think he would high up the pitch. That's a good ball. Saliba's offside now as well. It's about the third offside we've had. Odegaard will look better with Gyökeres. I think so. I think creative players, sometimes they're only as good as the players they're creating for. If you're creating for Havertz as your striker, you're only going to look so good. Vic buying homes when he's out in China. Instagram customer service non-existent. I couldn't believe it. Like, I've never used Instagram customer service until now. There's no contact number. There's no direct email. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, I've sent a couple of emails. Coach, think Gyökeres will get subbed on? Yeah, I think he'll get 20. Yo, tackles are flying in. Free kick to Arsenal. This game's a bit boring, I can't lie. New training tops fire. Yeah, I like this one. I wasn't going to get it because this is the staff and coaches one. The green one is the players one. But, you know, obviously because I use a green screen a lot of the time, there's just no point me buying any green merch, to be honest, unless I drop the green screen some days and go without. Will you get a Eurus to replace the G-Wagon, bro? You got to set up 2FA. Yeah, listen, man, I swear down, I was panicking like, yo, I can't be taking chances like that when I run a YouTube channel. So I've had to add extra security to the accounts, change all the passwords. Here's Martinelli, left-hand side. Look, he's so basic. It's unbelievable, bro. So basic. I could have told you exactly what skill he was going to try and do. Honestly, I'm losing any ratings that I had for Martinelli from that 2 seasons ago are disappearing. The guy is so average on the ball. Big up Fitz, he said, I don't understand why you rate Odegaard, he is a problem. Do you know what it is, Fitz? You guys know me, like, I was calling him Pillowfoot last season. I'm not a massive Odegaard fan, but I do believe he's a talented footballer. Like, I look at Martinelli and Odegaard different. I look at Martinelli's season from 2 years ago and think, I'm not sure you can replicate that. I don't know if he's got the talent to replicate that. I do look at Odegaard and think, you are a talented footballer. There's just no doubt about it. He is technically, on the ball, one of Arsenal's best players, in my opinion. Not everybody will agree with that. I think Odegaard technically is a fantastic footballer. It's about whether we can get the best out of him and whether he's got the mentality to get back to that level. Now, if you're sitting here in a few months' time and he's still playing like last season, you got to bench him. It's as simple as that. Big up Eric with the super sticker. Appreciate that, bro. MJ said Donnarumma and Tesco to the theatre. See you on the 17th. I saw them being linked with. If they get Donnarumma, that's crazy. Why would PSG let Donnarumma go? He was unbelievable for them last season. Angel said I prefer Trossard, much more effective, better sub. Yeah, he's got some clutch moments off the bench. I think he wants to leave if he's not playing. Add MFA on your phone, plus protect the app with Face ID. Yeah, yeah. Trust me, I'm on it now. Everything's getting done. When will Martinelli learn how to dribble? I just don't know, bro. Wow, tackles flying in. Kudus gets wrote off there by Lewis Skelly. You're not missing much in terms of quality in the game. This is why I just think it's playing English clubs in pre-season. It's pointless. I would rather see Arsenal playing Real Madrid or something. Yeah, but you and Potts constantly keep rating him. As I said, though, Fitz, and big up Fitz, man. Good to see you in the comments. I'm not totally against replacing him, by the way. Like, if Eze came in and Odegaard got dropped, I don't have a problem with that. But I give him one more chance. He had one bad season. The season before he was good. The season before he was brilliant. If he starts off the season slow, then get him out the team. I'd give him one more chance with Gyökeres. If he can't perform with Gyökeres just in front of him, then lock it off. Penalty spot. Big up Curtis. Great reporting updates and streams from Singapore. RE the game. Martinelli is showing why we need an upgrade. He's so one-dimensional. So one-dimensional. Wow. Tottenham in talks to sign Paulinho. That's strange. We can't. Oh, Lewis Skelly's down injured. The closer you look at the pitch looks awful. This is the problem, man. I swear down, like, what happened to it? Why are they showing? I want to see the injury. What happened? The pitch is awful. Look how bobbly the pitch is. Look how cut up that pitch is. This pitch is awful. Nah, man. These things annoy me, you know. This is the problem. You go pre-season. Look at the state of that pitch. Look how many bobbles are on that pitch. Terrible. They shouldn't even be playing pre-season games on pitches like that. If you're speaking to, say, Hong Kong about going over to Hong Kong, I need to see the quality of the pitch. Skelly looks all right. He's standing up now. They should not be playing on pitches like that in pre-season. I don't care. You're traveling all that way. At least make sure the pitch is decent. It looks dry. It looks bobbly. It looks brown in the middle. It looks awful. Pitch is used as an agricultural field when there are not games. Yeah, it's disappointing. Them pitches are dangerous. Hey, Jency, with Arteta, that's different. I ain't got that type of patience. Arteta's had, 5, 6 seasons, so that's different. I agree Martinelli has reached his own glass ceiling. Eze or Rodrigo needed to get the left wing to another level. 100%. 100%. We need a left winger. Badly. But yeah, Tottenham in talks to sign Paulinho on loan. Dusan Vlahovic, we have agreed with Dusan on his exit this summer if we get a good proposal. So he will go. He was being linked with Man United as well. Imagine if we sign Vlahovic as well after all them years. Just use him as a backup striker. Douglas Luiz apparently is available on loan. I'd take Douglas Luiz on loan, you know. I think sometimes you can do clever business like that on loan. It's being linked with Forest. Used to love Martinelli's. Bro, there was a time 2-3 years ago I was comparing Martinelli to Saka. Yo, Kudus is going on mad against Skelly, you know. He's going on mad. Is Draxler still about? Wenger loved Draxler, didn't he? Edu in negotiations for Douglas Luiz. How crazy is that? When we tried to sign Douglas Luiz, Edu couldn't get that deal done for Arsenal, yet he's probably going to get him to Forest on loan. Pitch looks like gravel. It's terrible. Terrible pitch. It's probably the reason the actual game's not that good. You're right, Len. The big problem is no one's coming in for Martinelli. Bayern Munich went for most left wingers in Europe this summer. They never came for Martinelli. They ended up signing Luis Diaz. Saudi clubs wanted left wingers, never came in for him. Tottenham on the attack. Oh, they've hit the post again. They've hit the post again there. Odebeer. It's a corner. Did he save it? We don't look great. I'll be honest with you. We don't look great going forward. We do not look great. We need a new left winger. Corner to Tottenham. Gyökeres second half. I tell you what, you got to be careful on this pitch, man. I don't think I'd bring Gyökeres on at half-time. I'd bring him on last 20. What the hell is David Raya doing from corners? Tottenham have missed from 6 yards out. Raya's flapping at every corner. They're kind of blocking him off, but this is where you can't do that to your Donnarummas and your big goalkeepers. Look at what's he doing? Concentrate on the ball. You're in no man's land. Oh my, he's missed from a yard out. I think the ball actually hit the post direct from the corner. Brother, what is that? No, Raya's going on mad. What is he's missed from a yard out. It hit the post, then hit Richarlison and went over the ball. I don't know what David Raya's doing from corners. He's trying to have a fight with the attacker and just missed the ball completely. I just see Ramsdale's going to Newcastle on loan, which is a great move for him. This pitch is absolutely dreadful. But yeah, man, this is the Raya we knew. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe Tottenham have employed a tactic, because remember, they got the Brentford manager. So he will know David Raya's strengths and weaknesses. So maybe he knows he's not good from set pieces. Oh, Raya's done well there for once, actually. Headed the ball out. Yeah, this is a slow game. Lamine scored 2. Looking how bad this game is, I'm glad I came home. Donnarumma is available. Is that 40 million? Is that what they want? Kamani, the game doesn't look great, to be honest. The game is very slow. But they've got a very quick front three, Tottenham. Fitz said, if we don't sign both Eze and a quality left winger, then kiss goodbye to the Premier Champions League. I'm seeing the same old, same old. Arteta and trophies do not mix. Here's Declan Rice, driving run. Looks for Saka. Given away by Saka. Rice wins it back, though. Odegaard. Ben White, come on, get on the ball. Make something happen. It's nothing on the left. Where's our left winger? Look. Where's our left winger? Where is Martinelli? Honestly, Arsenal need to sign a left winger very quickly to give this team balance. Not a bad ball by Odegaard, headed away. We're lopsided. We're a one-sided team. We're relying on our right-hand side too much. I'm telling you, people. Leao, Rodrigo, one of them. Saka does well. Is that a penalty? Referees give it against Saka. This game's awful. Such a poor game. Martinelli playing narrow. I mean, maybe it's an instruction, so I can't criticise him for getting narrow. Maybe the manager's asking him. Saka got between two there. Did he foul? No, he catches the back of Bentancur's leg. Chelsea have signed Jarrell Harter, who we were being linked with. 35 million. Interesting. New Barcelona kit. Became heavier. 0 players have complained. There's a drinks break in the game. I think we all need a drink watching this. I hope we don't have enough players that can get on the ball and make something happen. We just lack individual brilliance. Frank a better gaffer than Teta. Surprise, surprise. Bro, I would have took Kudus. He has got individual brilliance. Big up Jason with the super sticker. Big up one more chance. Yo, Fitz, no more chances. I agree with you. Get him out. Get him out. Put Eze in the 10. Leao on the left. We'll cook. We'll win the league. Kalian said, ran into you in Singapore. Was awesome to be able to meet you. Do you think it was maybe too quick to have 3 games this close together? I mean, you just, everything's on these tours is about money, isn't it? So the more games they can get in. To be honest, I think, no, every tour. Last year was, what was last year? LA, Philly. They played 2 in LA, 1 in Philly. Year before, Washington, New York, LA, 3 games. Yeah, they tend to play 3 games every tour, really. Raymond said, seen you selling Forex training, I knew. Hashtag hacked. Yeah, man. MJ, you bums keep comparing Nelly to Rashford. Not me, but Rashford. Let's see what Rashford does at Barca, man. I hope he does well there. All Odegaard does is play ploppy floating ball. He's just not effective enough, is he? Again, though, he's too deep. You can't affect the game from there. I don't like how he's used. He's used as a centre midfielder. He ain't that guy, bro. It's pointless having him there. I would have him as a 10. 10 yards behind the striker. Rashford is better than Martinelli. I agree. I agree. I said before that Gyökeres will not fix our attack by himself. We're still very predictable. Everything will go to Saka. We need a right winger. A high quality, high pace right winger. Left winger. And I'm not even sure. If Arsenal buy Eze as the left winger, I'm not even totally sure that is the answer. And I've said this the whole of pre-season. I think we need an absolutely explosive, dynamic winger that can dribble. But we will see. We will see. Saka getting clamped. Bro, I'm telling you now, Jed Spence 1v1 is a beast. Honestly. Arteta might ruin Eze. Bro, Eze, look at Eze's style. The man is so laid back and casual. Give me the ball, drifts past players, doesn't defend too much. Bro, you think hugging the touchline left wing, running back to double up and help Lewis Skelly? Nah, that's not what you do with Eze. You've got to give Eze free roam to drift and go and join in. And Arteta's very, very rigid with the system. I'd rather just buy a left winger that can run. I've said it so many times. I take Leao over Eze because of how we play. Because of how we play. If you buy Eze, you play him attacking midfield. Madwake could probably end up playing left wing. Your front three can't beat their man in small spaces. Yeah, you're right, MJ. For once, you are right. Although Saka just got fouled there. Madwake going to be the left wing on mark this. I agree with you, Jan. They haven't paid 50 million to bench him. Free kick to Arsenal. Declan Rice to take it. Oh, no one challenging. Comes back out to him. Did you see Hand of Arsenal report from an hour ago? He said Sesko's agent compared him to Messi. I think his name's Elvis, isn't it, the agent? I don't know what that guy's thinking. During negotiations, Sesko's agent, Elvis Basanovic, had left club insiders jaw dropped with his shenanigans. One insider said he presented Sesko as Messi, while the agent of Gyökeres had reassured Berta he would handle the majority of negotiations. I'm telling you now, and this is what's a bit crazy and a little bit borderline, makes you still wary of the situation. Basically, Sesko's agent and Leipzig's high demands stopped us from buying Sesko. And that's what still worries me a little bit. People are, aren't you happy you bought Gyökeres? Yeah, I'm happy. But they were going to buy Sesko. His agent's comparing him to Messi. And they were asking for stupid money. So it shows. I think he meant he's a mess of a striker more than he's comparing him to Messi. We're too slow in attack, Arsenal. Too slow when we attack. Yeah, this game is an absolute snorefest. It feels like a lot of the games we watched during the season. I'm actually looking forward to half time. Tottenham in possession. United don't need Sesko. Well, they need a striker, whether he's the answer or not. I know they're being linked with Watkins. I actually think Watkins is a better striker right now, but clubs probably don't want to buy Watkins because he's 30 in December. Kudus is a problem, I'm telling you. And clubs nowadays, they're all about sell-on value and all this stuff. And obviously Watkins at nearly 30 doesn't have that. What do you rate the window so far? Jamie, I gave it a 6. You've given it a 5. Yeah, you could. Listen, I'm not crazy about this window. I think Zubamendi's a very good signing. I think Gyökeres is a brilliant signing. So you could give it a 5. It's not above average. We haven't sold players that should have been sold, and the attack is not fixed. I still think we're 2 players away from what we need. So Sambi Lokonga, Fabio Vieira, Reece Nelson, Zinchenko, those guys should have been out the door. They should be sold. Then we wouldn't be sitting here going, oh, can we give Eze, can we get him for less than the release clause? Well, we said it's our best ever window. Not a chance. Not a chance is it our best ever window. Hype's got my first ticket for Arsenal match v City. Yeah, that should be a good game because they both attack. MJ Kudus miles better than Saka. Nah. Probably excitement-wise, you can't ignore Saka's numbers. His numbers are way better than Kudus. We'll see. It'll be interesting what he does at Tottenham. Right now it's a 6. We need to get Eze, a left winger, and a cam. It's evident. Yeah. Yeah, we need Eze and a winger. Not just Eze. Madueke signing drags the window down. It's like I said, if you'd done everything you needed to do and then you threw Madueke in at the end, I wouldn't have a problem with it because it's just a squad player, pace, an option, a versatile player. I still think the price is disgraceful. But the fact that we're sitting here going, we don't know if we can get the left winger that we want because we need to sell players. It's like, come on. Do you know what I mean? The eyelids are getting heavy. We've been here plenty of times, Eclipse. Looking forward to half time. Zubby's not better than Thomas. I mean, time will tell. I think on the ball, he's class. Maybe physically and defensively, not. Big C, Ben White is looking sharp. Yeah, he does look sharp. Free kick to Arsenal. Deckers to take it. It's a poor free kick. It's cleared at the near post. We end up all the way back to David Raya. Look at the way Kudus presses. Smashed up to Havertz. Doesn't even jump. Fitz said, I'm sceptical about Berta. He never ever should have allowed the purchase of Madueke. Arteta's talent ID and in-game management is still awful. I suppose the problem, Fitz, we don't know how much power he has over who gets signed. Do they have to agree 50-50? Does Arteta have the overriding say on who's brought in? I don't know. Does Berta have the say? I would imagine they have to agree between them. I would imagine Arteta has more of a say. Lukaku got big numbers too. We all have that. Nah, Saka, come on, man. He's produced. But we want I just want a bit more excitement from him if I was being greedy. Is Havertz, Saka, 2 players on him. Oh, my days. Havertz just got nutmegged. Yo, man, nah. Did you, man, see Havertz just get megged? Slid in and just megged him. Leao's just scored, by the way, for AC Milan. They're winning 9-0 against Perth in Australia. Man got megged, bro. Yo, my brother. Big up, Cecil. Sending love, my bro. Wish you were still here. Yo, big up, Cess, man. Hope you're well, my bro. Make sure you go and smash it in the mix zone after the game as well. Remember, it's the last game of the tour. Push the boundaries. You know what I mean? I'm surprised you're still awake watching this game. I'm hanging on. Maybe the atmosphere inside the stadium adds to it, but it's not great watching on TV. Big up, Cecil, bro. Hope you're well. 29 got megged and sent to the shop. Dirty nutmeg. This team needs more pace, more power, and more skill. The front line is too one-dimensional. I need a left winger that causes carnage. Odegaard's got to improve. Get back into the games. He's got to do more. And then obviously Gyökeres when he comes in. But I'm telling you, don't sleep on the Gyökeres signing. That deal alone does not fix this attack. We need more. We need more. We need speed in the front line. We need goals. We need match winners. And then we'll have a chance. Because teams know if they stop Saka, they stop Arsenal. That's a poor cross by Odegaard. What a poor cross, man. I'm not beating the first defender there. Come on, man. Get the ball forward, man. You're on a bobbly pitch. Oh, what are you doing there, Skelly? Oh, 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 my days. What am I seeing? Ray has been lobbed from 40 yards out. What did I just say? Get the ball up the pitch. Saw has just lobbed Raya from 40 yards out. What the hell? That goal is a calamity. Great finish, by the way. Wow, Lewis Skelly, bro. What are you doing? And Raya. Oh, what a goal. Nah, that Tekers is crazy. What a goal from Saw. Skelly, bro. Does he get fouled? I don't know. Raya looks dodgy in this game. I swear down. I don't know what's going on with David Raya. He looks dodgy. Thomas Frank, I swear down, I'll be vexed if we lose. I know it's pre-season. I ain't trying to lose. Glad I flew back, man. Imagine me sitting there watching this. Game's been trash. Raya's playing awful. I don't know why he's so erratic. Thomas Frank obviously knows the guy's weaknesses from managing him. Looks a shambles from corners and then gets lobbed from 40 yards. Havertz down injured. He's back up. Honestly, some of these players are getting away with ridiculous levels of performance. Havertz, Martinelli, Odegaard. Saka's been poor today as well. And we've seen this too often in the Premier League. Look, our only danger is every time we win a free kick. Now we've got a free kick again. It's half time in the next minute. We've hardly created anything. Odegaard free kick. Whips it in, flicked over the bar. Is that a corner? I think it is a corner. Sarr put it over the bar. Ah, dear. People saying it's a foul on Lewis Skelly. I don't know. Did he foul him? Did he foul him, people? I need to see the replay. People saying his heels got clipped. I can't. Does Richarlison foul him? I can't see it. I need it more zoomed in on the replay. Corner to Arsenal, in swinger from Saka. I can't see it from that angle. I want to watch that back. Ball whipped in. It's flicked on. Oh, it goes all the way across goal. And as he's given another corner. People, do you think that was a foul on Lewis Skelly? I can't see it from that angle. We're playing awful. We're playing absolute. This is the worst we've played in pre-season. I'm glad I flew home. We're too slow. Our team is slow. We desperately need more pace. We need intelligent pace as well. Not Martinelli pace. I didn't think he caught him, but people saying Declan Rice in swinging corner. It's high. It's a good one. It's flapping everywhere. They kick it out. We're relying on set pieces again. Was Skelly tripped, people? The replay I'm seeing is too far away. Maybe I can see it at half time. Look at the state of the pitch. So bobbly. We should have played Perth, yeah. Confidence booster. 46 crosses again. Arteta football, man. Saka in swinging. Corner flicked on. No, it's cleared. And the half-time whistle goes. Do you know something, right? And again, sometimes if you stroll through pre-season and you're battering teams, you beat AC Milan and you beat Newcastle, you beat Tottenham, you come back, you win the Emirates Cup. Sometimes it creates a false narrative that you're better than you think you are, or you're not as good as you think you are, should I say. Now, obviously, I want Arsenal to win this game. I never want Arsenal to lose a game to Tottenham. But maybe Arteta needs to be made aware of a few warning signs, like maybe we're struggling and we grind out a win, or because I think we're carrying players in this team. I think we're carrying players. I think Havertz is just nowhere near good enough to play for Arsenal. Martinelli is not good enough. He is not good enough. We got to let go of that 2 seasons ago. Odegaard, in this role that he's trying to play, he is not effective enough. I'm sorry. Dropping deep and trying to play like a midfielder. It ain't going to happen, bro. It's too physical, too demanding in there. He needs to be getting in the pockets where he's hard to pick up, where he can play a through ball, where he can split the defence. Saka, if I was Saka, I would be going to Arteta and saying, bro, are you going to help me out or what? Are you actually going to help me out? And he's going to go, help you out how? I'm going to say, bro, your whole plan is built around me. Everything, Saka. Give the ball to Saka. Right-hand side, Saka. Bro, come up with a plan B. Saka needs the left winger to start putting some thought process on the left-hand side. If you're playing against Arsenal and you're the opposition manager, all you've got to do is double up on Saka, be aggressive towards him, get somebody close to Odegaard, be aggressive towards him, and we are cooked. We're cooked. We have no escape. Nothing happens on our left-hand side. I don't think the system looks right. Declan Rice hardly on the ball. Odegaard in the middle of midfield. Slow in transition. And I don't want people to think here I'm dropping blame purely on one player. This is about more than one player. I don't like the system. I don't like the speed which we attack. I don't like it. I don't like the way we look. I said at the end of last season, I've got a big question mark over our midfield. Is Zubamendi going to be better than Partey? Rice in this more advanced role, but more to the left? Can Odegaard get the form back? I think the midfield's a problem. I know it's pre-season. But come on, man. There's warning signs there, and there have been since last season. We dropped over 20 Premier League goals last season on the season before. What the hell is David Raya doing today? Why does he keep jumping out the way of the ball? We're 2 games away from the Prem starting. This is like, these are your preparation games. I knew there was a problem there, you know. Look how much, like, please show me the closer replay. What a goal, by the way, from Sarr. Was Lewis Skelly clipped on his heels? I can't see it from that angle. They zoomed out too much. They showed another angle before that was closer. Come on. Oh, that angle's even further away. Can't see it. Unless they show another. All right, here we go. Was Skelly genuinely can't see it. It's too quick. It's weird that he would fall to the ground if there wasn't contact, because he's just turned. Why would you fall? Surely he must have been clipped, but I think he might have clipped the back of his leg, but who knows? It's a poor goal anyway. What is Raya doing? I think he does clip him. There's no reason for Lewis Skelly to fall to the ground, but I don't want to do the usual let's go on Twitter and just blame referees. We've been poor. We've been poor. I tell you something, right? And I know people will be in the chat going, it's pre-season, calm down, don't overreact. We play like this, we make Gyökeres look like a scrub. You can do that celebration all you want. You play like this, the guy's going to look bang average. A weakness of his game, he needs to release the ball early, says Thermal. Jansen, no transfer is going to save us. Tapas Pulis is the main problem. This game is just same old like last season. His talent ID sucks. Sell Tapas, says Jan. MJ, year 6, Teta still ain't got a clue. MJ's actually said a couple things that I agree with today. I'm shell-shocked. Big up Fitz. If Berta didn't have the power, he shouldn't have taken the job. Says fans that suffer whilst Ian Arteta make their bank balances fatter. I hear you, Fitz. Honestly, I hear you. Surely he should have been promised power before taking that job. Otherwise, what was the point? Ryan said he tries hard. Don't mean to pick on one player, but I just don't see what Havertz offers. Marino is a better striker in every way. Tell me what Havertz does better. I totally agree. I would rather play Marino up front than Havertz. Every single day of the week as well, by the way. White glove, Raya, 2 stinkers in a row. MLS looking off it too. We don't look great. There's a few things that are worrying me. Midfield balance, the biggest problem. Too defensive, yeah. Not getting forward. Big up Peter. DMW, at the state now where it doesn't even matter who we sign, the system turns the individual talent into robots. Arteta needs to change the system. I agree with that. You could sign anybody and put them in this team. You're just going to isolate them. Except different performance with the same manager. Pre-season already overplaying Saka. Skelly was fouled. Playing Tottenham in Asia was never going to go well. Son is a hero in the region. Ref not going to call ish. Like I said, bro, I don't like playing English clubs in pre-season, but they do it for money, don't they, obviously. I definitely think Skelly was fouled, by the way. I just don't see any reason why he would fall to ground there without him being clipped. Lewis said, Big C, I don't think it's enough to win the league, even with Eze. By the way, can I get a shout out from my TikTok page, Guna LP? There you go, Guna LP on TikTok, people. Big up your damn self. Louis said, Big C, I don't think... Oh, no, I read that one. Same one. Ghost Steel. This season will be the end of Arteta. The problems ain't fixed yet. Not renewing Partey's contract is a huge mistake. Well, I don't agree with that, obviously, because look at the case. They could have never renewed. But he said, you need Steele in the middle, not Zubby or your captain. Flight mode. These rare performances remind me of when we had Ramsdale on the bench. Can't seem to deal with the pressure of having a good keeper on the bench. That's a good point, you know. I wonder if Kepa's making him a bit nervous. You know, Kepa saved a few penalties the other day. Who knows? Jurassic Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. I still have hope, though. Gyökeres, Zubamendi and Dalman can save us. I think we're going to need more. Amici, big up. See, this team is not quite ready to win any major title. Our problem is more on the manager than the squad. Same old tactics. Havertz is bad for the team. UTC, I can't believe I compared Odegaard to KDB. Oh, that's shocking, isn't it? Not even close to him. Richard, unpopular opinion, we need a proper left back. I have some agreement with that, in that we should have... I mean, I would have kept Kieran Tierney, but Tierney had the chance to go back home and play every week. I think we should sign a natural left back just to challenge Lewis Skelly, because Calafiori's always injured and he's a centre back anyway. So I actually agree with that. I thought we'd have gone for Jarrell Harter. Adash, it's okay losing in pre-season, but same tactics as last year means the manager don't want to improvise from last year. Now is the time to experiment, not in the league. Bro, I keep saying it. Opening day at Old Trafford, it ain't going to be easy, whatever we think about Man United. If we're not ready, those first few games will cause major problems. But it is what it is. Play Timber at left back and get Eze. Maybe he could do that. Eze will bench Odegaard. Maybe that's what we need to do. Remember Mikel Arteta said Partey has been through a lot? Well, I don't want to talk about that. Who knows what he was talking about. Gyökeres will kill it with more service. Aubameyang was killing it without a lot of service. But the thing you have to remember, right? Alba had Ozil, you know? He had Mesut. And I don't know, just the way Aubameyang played, we seem to get the best out of him. Even had Pepe, who was quite creative as well. But yeah, listen, I'll tell you one thing. I wouldn't bring Gyökeres on at half time. That pitch is dreadful. This is the worst pitch of pre-season. They need to be very careful. Bring me a left winger with pace, man. I'm telling you, we know how Arteta works, right? If he signs Eze, he's playing him left wing. He ain't going to drop Odegaard. Havertz has been absolutely non-existent in that first half. I just don't know what they see in him. I don't know what they believe he offers to the team. I just don't understand what they think he is. Why do they not just get rid of him? There's a few. But listen, hopefully second half gets better. Be interesting if Gyökeres comes on. Let me have a look, actually. Who's on the bench? Who can we bring on? Setford, Nichols, Salmon, Mosquera, Zinchenko, Nelson, Zubamendi, Marino, Dalman, Waneri, Trossard, Gyökeres. I want to see Dalman. I want to see Gyökeres. I want to see Waneri. I want to see Zubamendi. Maybe Trossard. Maybe give Mosquera a run out. I'll bring 4 or 5 players on. Odegaard needs to be moved. If we sign Eze, Skelly can't invert. No, he'll have to be an overlapping fullback. Odegaard needs to be moved to 8 role and Eze at the 10. But then, who are you going to play in the 6? Rice or Zubamendi? Probably Rice. Zubamendi on the bench. He ain't going to do that. He ain't going to do that. If you got Eze, it's probably one or the other with him and Odegaard. But he'll play him on the left. That's the other problem. He ain't a left winger. He's not a left winger, which is why I keep saying, go and get me a fast, explosive winger. This team's too slow. Team is too slow. Ah. We need Gabriel back as well in the centre of defence. Same old, same old. That's the thing, innit? When you've bought like 6 new players, you just want to see the team and see something different and think, oh, you know, that looks a bit different. It's not going to look perfect in pre-season. I get that. I fear if MD comes on, the Spuds will injure him, says Fitz. Oh, Max Dalman, sorry. Yeah, just because he's young, a lot of talk. Avinab said it all went downhill the day we signed Havertz. I said that signing will end up losing him his job. Arteta's stuck in his ways, saying boring tactics, says Sebastian. Inferno said, does Havertz know that his place is in jeopardy? He's probably not bothered, mate. Picks up his 275 and keeps it moving. Are there penalties after this game? I don't actually know. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out at the end of the game. They did in the first game, but not the second game. 5,400 of you tuned in, people. Amazing support on the channel. Make sure you like the video. Let's get the likes up to 3,000 likes. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are, I'm not sure how many we are off, but we're close to 98,000, which would be brilliant if we could hit that today. What are we actually on? 97.9. We're about 85 subscribers away from 98,000. So if you haven't subscribed already, do the damn thing, people. Big up for the support as always. Second half underway. I don't think we've made any substitutions, although I don't think we've made any changes. I see no changes. Don't forget we're sponsored by Match Bingo. Scan the QR code, link in the description below. Deposit £5, get £10 free. Big up to Match Bingo. Supporting the pre-season. Hey, what are you doing there? Is that Kivior? It's running into trouble. Aye, Skelly, you got done there. Gets the byline, ball whipped in. Oh, managed to clear it. Saka's having a tough time against Spence. Look how slow we are on the break. We're so slow. We end up going backwards. Come on, drive. Oh, he's got clamped there. No, God. Too slow. I'm telling you now, people, our shape is not right. It's not right. There's something that looks off about how we're playing. Martinelli's tucking in, which maybe he's being asked to do. Lewis Skelly has not been as good today. Kudus causing him all sorts of problems. The system's too rigid, man. You need to free them up a little bit. Here come Tottenham. What you want now is like a triple change. Gyökeres, Max Dalman, Waneri. Then all of a sudden you're a quicker team straight away, or bring on Trossard. Although Trossard's not that good. Nah, Lewis Skelly's getting... Oh, that's good defending, but he's having all sorts of problems against Kudus, man. He's done well there to win a goal kick. Come on. You don't leave this stadium with a defeat. Even if you get a draw and just keep it moving. And you're unbeaten in pre-season. Get Zubamendi on as well. See, you've seen the pros and cons of Norgard today. Norgard, I think defensively is quite good. But I think on the ball, he's not progressive enough the way Partey was, or the way definitely Zubamendi is. They get the ball, they see the picture very quickly and play the ball forward. No, I don't mind if we get a draw. Like, listen, as I said, the main thing in pre-season is get fit. Get the new players used to how we play. And make sure the players are injury-free. You don't want to lose to Tottenham just psychologically, you know. Hopefully we win the game, obviously, but the way we're playing, just get a draw and get out of there. The pitch is dreadful. That's a good flick by Havertz into Saka. Gives it back to Havertz. Look how easy he gets tackled, man. Goal kick. This guy, what is this? Honestly. Havertz, man. He is so poor. He is not good enough, man. Seriously. This guy needs selling. How the hell can he be the top earner? Highest paid player at the club. He's so casual. So easy to just push off the ball. We're actually struggling to get out here. Tottenham left-hand side, it's 2 against 2 now, actually. Saka's back. They said Mbeumo cost too much, meanwhile Havertz, yeah. Be interesting how Mbeumo fits in at United. In that system as well. Tottenham on the ball. I think we can let me have a look. Here's Kudus, that's fouled. Skelly's having a tough day at the office, by the way. Let's gift out some memberships. We'll gift out 5 memberships to the community. There you go. Big up yourself. We got 5.5K locked in, people. Them numbers are top quality. Or 4.5K, sorry, for a pre-season friendly. Big up. There's the 5 memberships. Big up your damn selves. Gyökeres is probably on the bench now. Like number 1 ain't gonna be hard to get in the team. Come on, see, look again. Look how far back Odegaard is. You find Havertz. It's so slow. I can't believe how slow we are on the break. Rice is wider than Martinelli. I don't get it. Martinelli's drifting inside, and Rice is almost hugging the touchline. No, I'm done. People, have you just seen what Havertz has done? The casual nature of it. Are you mental? He better score now. We've got the ball back. If he gives the ball again now, it's unbelievable. Here's Martinelli. Wins a corner. No, it's a throw-in. Wow, this guy Havertz, man. Oh, my days. Oh, yeah, but he's bulked up. He's put weight on in pre-season. Who cares? Big for nothing. Dylan said, too predictable, overcomplicate every attack. UTC said, if we sign Simmons, give us the league. Simmons don't give Chelsea the league. He is a good player, though. I've wanted him at Arsenal over the years. Vegas Gunner, we haven't been good going forward for almost 3 seasons. The set piece goals 2 years ago masked Arteta's attacking weakness. MJ, oh no, I read that one about Mbuemo, 5 memberships, yeah, and DMW. To answer your question on Havertz, they spent 65 million on him, so Arteta forces him into the squad. Say what you want about Chelsea. They cut bait with players when they should. They're one of the best. They're one of the best. They bought Madueke for 30, sold him for 52. How? How? How are they getting 65 million for Havertz? And they didn't want him. Honest problem isn't no speed. Not a single player on the field is skillful. All of our skillful players are on the bench, easy to defend, said Alfred. Yeah, like Dowman and Waneri are probably 2 of our most skillful, which is crazy. Alex said, hi, Curtis. How would you assess the team's style if Wenger were coaching this team? We just seem slower than... And one thing you could never say about Arsene Wenger is that we were not entertaining. We were always entertaining. The problem with Wenger in his latter years, we couldn't defend him. We got bullied. We were always good to watch. Look at that's basic. Saka gives the ball away. So poor. Yeah, I think basically we'd be way more exciting if Arsene Wenger was the manager. But maybe defensively not as solid. Jorge said, you would think Havertz is Arteta's side piece. Bro, I swear that he's probably his stepson. The way he protects him. Barcelona winning 5-2. Apparently, Lamine has scored 2. Same old Lamine. Baller. Arsenal in possession. Come on, just give us a 1-1 draw and end this game. Nah, if we score early, we can get another one. Here's Martinelli. That's a good ball. Skelly. There's your box. Someone have a shot, man. Why are we always trying to score the perfect goal? Go on, react. Oh, it's poor. It's cleared. When the subs coming on, I reckon 60 minutes. There must be a plan to give the subs 30 minutes. Martinelli, come on, you're 1v1. That's decent. Rice. Rice is like a left 8, man. I just don't think you get the best out of him there. Martinelli, you're just so poor. He tries to nutmeg him and loses it. He's giving me a headache watching him play. Do something. Right, at least he's kept possession. Oi! Rice tried a crazy pass there. I don't mind that. It doesn't work. Oh, it was Norgard, actually. Fair play. Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond. Buzz Lightyear, Norgard, people. There's a lot of subs warming up. Is Gyökeres? No. Gyökeres isn't one of the subs. He's probably going to come on for like 10 minutes at the end. I don't think he's going to play a lot. Kudus has had a good game, man, against Lewis Skelly. I'm not even going to lie. Come on. Can't lose to this lot. I don't care if it's pre-season. Ball goes out for a throw-in. I wonder what they're thinking. Like, what is Arteta thinking watching this game? I'd be thinking, I need to see more than this. You've been here for 6 years, bro. Raya. Is Mosquera on the bench? Yeah, Mosquera is on the bench. I wonder if he'll get a run at. Ball over the top, looking for Saka. Great ball by Ben White. 1v1 with Spence. Oh, he's done well there. Ben White on the overlap. Pulls it back. Nobody's there. Aye. It was good play by Saka and Ben White. Are they going to give a free kick? It's Odegaard. Shot block goes out for a corner. Good play by White and Saka there. That's a bit better. Lovely little reverse ball into Ben White. Pulled it back. No one was there. It's crazy because if you look at Tottenham's results, they've had an awful pre-season. They've only won one game, but we've made them look decent. I don't think they've even played that well. Ramiro's down injured, although his boot's off, but he's putting it back on. What happened there? Did he get kicked? Saka and Havertz went in. He lost his boot. Gyökeres will stay in Stockholm. Where are the changes? I reckon 60 odd minutes you'll see changes. But Gyökeres wasn't warming up. There's about 6, 7 players warming up there. He wasn't one of them. Arteta is thinking a lot of travelling, a lot of different balls, a lot of humidity, tight schedule. He's resting players. Maybe. Just psychologically, you don't want to lose to Tottenham in pre-season, even if it is pre-season. Saka whips in the corner. So headed away. Remember, Skelly got sent off for fouling Kudus. Oi! Good shot. No, not a good shot. Goes wide. Thought it was closer. Martinelli, good little touch by Havertz. Martinelli puts it over. Remember, Kudus got Skelly sent off. West Ham against Arsenal. So he's caused him problems before. Good ball by Skelly. Little touch by Havertz. Was it close? Can't really tell from that angle. Kind of outside of the foot. Nah, it doesn't look that close. Looked it at the start. Kudus wins a throw-in off Lewis Skelly. Arteta's throwing arms all over the place. He's not happy. Yeah, Saka's played a lot of football in pre-season, man. A lot of football. They got to be careful with him. Still got to remember that he had an operation last season that kept him out for 4 months. Anthony Williams, Havertz playing like we don't have a new striker to replace him. Marino is the second striker for me. I totally agree with that. Why is Arteta? What's wrong with Arteta? Get back in your box, bro. What's he doing? It's pre-season. Yeah, I agree. Marino's better than Havertz all day long. Wow, that's poor, man. Good first touch, Odegaard. Then he gives it away. I think this is one of them games you've just got to get well, I was going to say a point. Get a draw and get out of there. We haven't played well. The pitch isn't good. Get a draw. Gyökeres equaliser and get out of there. Fly back to England. They'll probably be flying back tonight. Do you know what? I've actually praised Odegaard for the first 2 pre-season games, saying he looks back to his old self. But today, he looks like last season's Odegaard. Look, what are you doing there, Norgard? Doing a back heel. Buzz Lightyear gives the ball away. Tottenham on the attack. Richarlison, stop the shot, man. We managed to win the ball back. I don't know what the hell Norgard's doing there. Man's trying to be skillful in his own half and gives the ball away. Saka wins a free kick in his own half. He took a lot of kicks in this game. Trossard will come on for Martinelli, so predictable. Hope Gyökeres comes on, so you Man City isn't going to do anything under this manager. Well, it looks like they're going to make a few changes, and he's not one of them. He wasn't even warming up, so maybe he's just going to bring him on for like 10 minutes to just let the crowd see him. Come on. I just want to see Arsenal work on some things. The thing that's disappointing me is that we look very similar to last season. You know, if you see them doing new things and you know it's going to take a bit of time, you go, okay, I know we're not winning, but at least I can see those patterns. And oh, Martinelli, mate, seriously, I'm running out of patience. He's getting wrapped up by this Pedro Porro. He's doing the same thing every time. You just want to see some different things. Move the ball. I reckon Gyökeres will get about 10 minutes because I think the manager will say he's not fit enough. Plus, the pitch is not good either. Saka, 2 players on him. Strong, keeps possession. Come on, wake up. Move the ball quicker. Saliba finds Ben White. Not a great pass. Well, it's done. Oh, given away Ben White. He's going to foul him. Yeah. No, he's given away a throw-in. We're just not great today. Odegaard's still doing snot out of his nose. Tottenham, 3 changes. 60 minutes, well, 61 minutes, they've decided to make 3. We need to make some subs as well. Danzo, Tell, and Brennan Johnson coming on for Tottenham. Who's going to come off? Triple change. When are we going to make changes? 62 minutes gone. Who's coming off? Is Arteta going to react and make a few changes now? There was about 6 players warming up. X will destroy. Expressions will be going mad over there. Big up everyone locked in, man. Great numbers, just under 5K. Locked in. Romero, Mohamed Kudus, and Richarlison coming off. I'm glad Kudus is coming off, man, because he's given Skelly a tough time. Good job you come back, bro. Don't think your questions would go down well after this game. One thing I realised as well, you know, on the tour, after the last game, you don't get a lot of time. They rush you off because usually Arsenal fly back to England straight after the game. Where I know AFTV are staying there until tomorrow evening. So in the mix zone and everything, the players get rushed off. They're straight on the coach and they're straight to the airport. So, yeah, watching how bad this game is, I'm glad that I came back. Listen, what I will say about this game as an Arsenal fan, there's no need to completely overreact. But you do have a right to question why you're watching a very similar Arsenal to last season. We've just signed like 6 new players. I expect things to look different. I expect some of these players to be exciting me. Now, obviously, Madueke is not in the squad. Gyökeres may only get a few minutes. Those guys may help us. No Gabriel, no Timber, and no Zubamendi. So there are still improvements we can make. I just think the system looks very rigid. We're very slow in transition. Those are the things that need to improve. You know, a lot of these individual players are not playing well enough. And we're quite boring. Come on, Martinelli, do something, man. Porro goes back to Vicario. Tottenham have made 3 subs. We've got 26 minutes to go, which is surprising that we haven't made subs yet. And like I said, Gyökeres wasn't even warming up, so I reckon he might only get like the last 10 minutes. And probably the likes of Trossard and Waneri and Dauman maybe and Zubamendi will come on. Maybe he's going to do it at 70 minutes. Usually these things are pre-planned in pre-season. Rice is absolutely bang average as a left 8. He needs to be the DM. Listen, I've said it so many times. This left 8 role does not suit Declan Rice. He's isolated. He's forced to make driving runs and then try and link up with Martinelli, who's tough to link up with. I think it doesn't suit him. Corner to Tottenham. JJ said, "Big up Curtis, you know very well Arteta is a boring manager, too rigid and afraid to lose. 0 shots on target. It's crazy." Son is warming up. I wonder if I saw Son being linked with a move. I wonder if they're going to sell him. I think he's in the last year of his deal. We still haven't replaced Xhaka. I don't think we have, DJ. Maybe we should have signed him back. He's just gone to Sunderland. Let's see if Raya can deal with this corner. Ball's whipped in, headed away at the near post. They win possession back. They'll get a second chance here. 2 against 1. Up against Odegaard. Tell clips it to the back post. Header. Oh, it's just wide. Jeez, could have been 2-0. Van der Ven at the back post there. That's too easy. Goes past Odegaard, clips it in with his left foot. Van der Ven at the back post. Poor defending. Didn't even jump. Who is it? Skelly. Didn't. Skelly's had a poor game. I'm sorry. Kudus has caused him all sorts. If Van der Ven would have scored that, he didn't even jump with him. I don't know where Raya is. Again, Raya's playing hide and seek. Kivior goes long looking for Havertz. Yeah, people, I'll be honest. If you're not tuned into this game, we are not playing well. We are not playing well. We're very slow on the ball. We haven't created hardly anything. Tottenham have hit the post twice and obviously scored. Maybe the tour's catching up with us. Who knows? I don't know. But you expect a better performance than this. Should have been 2-0. Yeah, they've had chances. Frank is miles ahead of Arteta. He may be one of the worst managers to have managed a top team, says Desi. Jeremy said it's the first game for Raya this pre-season. No, he played the other games as well. Remember the goal that went in against Newcastle? He should have saved it. Double change. Arsenal finally making subs. Zubomendi and Trossard coming on. 2 changes. Zubomendi and Trossard. Norgard comes off for Zubomendi. I think you can see with Norgard, defensively good, on the ball still question. Martinelli comes off, he's been awful. Absolutely awful. And Trossard comes on. We want to see more than that. 23 minutes to go. We want to see Dalman, Waneri and Gyökeres. That's the next 3 changes we want to see. Here's Leandro Trossard, left-hand side, up against Porro. Remember when he famously made Porro, like, mash up his groin? And he twisted him up at the Emirates. Rice should be the 6 with Zubi turned into an 8. Maybe. Here's Saka. Ben White whips in. That's a great ball in. Headed away. No one moving for it. Shots deflected just over the bar. That was a good strike. Got a deflection and goes over for a corner. Zubomendi that was. Comes out. Edge. Good ball in by Ben White. Headed away. Zubi. Oh, that's Tekers, man. Woof. Lovely Tekers there from Zubomendi. Goes out for a corner. Listen, for me, a lot of people saying it's Tottenham. I will not accept a Tottenham defeat ever. Like, pre-season, no. Grind out a draw, you don't lose to them. You know what I mean? You do not lose to these lot. Corner to Arsenal. Lovely technique by Zubi. Saka in-swinging corner. It's whipped in. It's headed away at the near post. They seem to win every header. And Arsenal lose possession. Tottenham smash it up the pitch. Don't let it bounce. Great first touch. Great touch by Odegaard. All the way back to David Raya. Clips it upfield long. Looking for Havertz. Doesn't even jump. Wins it though. Falls to him. Havertz. Shot. Straight at the goalkeeper. He's been poor. He's been poor. Just not effective enough. I genuinely do think Marino's a better striker than him. I think is that our first shot on target? Surely you give Gyökeres a small run out, even if he gets 15 minutes. Odegaard finds Saka. Finds Ben White. Pulls it back. It's a great ball. Odegaard! Pillow foot. What is that? What kind of shot is that? Fitz, if you're locked in, maybe you're right. Maybe I've overhyped Odegaard's first 2 pre-season games. That is awful. That is such a poor shot. Pillow foot back in full effect. How's he mishit that ball? Rolled back to him, edge of the penalty area. Ben White whips it into the back post. Looking for Trossard. Keeps it in. Lewis Skelly. Kivior finds Trossard. Left-hand side. Good ball into Skelly again. They end up going backwards. Kivior whips it in. Straight into the hands of Vicario. Genuinely baffled as to why we've only made 2 changes in the final pre-season game of the tour. Rakan said this is so funny after Arsenal fans' reaction to Liverpool v AC Milan. I saw that. I saw people putting up videos of like Van Dijk. I'm like, bro, what was the score in that game? I didn't even see all the goals. People were talking about Van Dijk getting ran past, but he didn't even look that bothered, to be honest. Big up to everyone locked in, though. Really appreciate the support. We're at 1,500 likes already. Can we double that up and get 3,000? Which would be great. Make sure you subscribe. Can we get 98k subscribers today, people? We needed about 85. I think it's 72 now. Can we get 85k? 98k subscribers today, which would be great. We're hunting down the 100k people. Still got 2 more preseason games after this. We play Villarreal next week, midweek, and then at the weekend we play Athletic Bilbao at the Emirates. Ball whipped in by Skelly. Nobody's there. It's headed out for a corner. Surely now. You get Victor Gyökeres on, man. Come on, 18 minutes to go. No Dalman, no Waneri, no Gyökeres. Give people a run out. There's a Tottenham player down with cramp at the moment. Can we get a goal maybe from a set piece? Could Martinelli cut it as a striker? He's shown a little bit of glimmer that maybe he could, but is he good enough with his back to goal? Can he hold the ball? I don't know. He scored against Liverpool up front. Bonolo said, subscribe, people. This community is goated. Jeremy said, road to 100k. Ricky said, pillow foot back on show. Arteta squad management is trash. Curtly said, this is putting me to sleep. Corner to Arsenal. Saka whips it in. It's high. Can somebody score? Rice heads it up in the air. It's cleared away. Comes back out to Saka. He mishits the shot. And Tottenham managed to clear it. 5.1k locked in. Unbelievable numbers for a pre-season friendly. Incredible support from the C Unit community. Big up to each and every one of you. Here is Odegaard. We've got 17 minutes to go. There's an Arsenal player down injured. And the referee is going to stop the game. It's Saka. He's holding his fire. I did say, why is he playing him so much in pre-season? Kicks, knees. I think that's more of like a knee into the quad. You can often get a dead leg like that. AJ said, love your channel. Always facts and funny. Big up your damn self, bro. Avinab said, Saka is world class. That's why he produces those numbers. Otherwise, it's a nightmare to play under Arteta if you play anywhere in the front three or cam. Anthony said, Havertz playing like we don't have a new striker to replace him. Yeah, we read that one. Sonny's coming on for Tottenham, getting a massive round of applause. Basuma's coming on as well. Troy said, get rid of Havertz, Odegaard and Martinelli. Offer nothing. All make our attack seriously depressing. Sammy said, where is Noni Madueke? Madueke is not back until next week, obviously, because he went to the Club World Cup with Chelsea. He was given holiday. You know, you're meant to get 3 weeks at least. So that obviously cut into the tour. So he'll be back for the Emirates Cup. Adash said, I know it's the first game, but Arteta is the kind of manager to not give Gyökeres game time because he didn't want him. You never know what's going on in this man's mind. They're having a water break at the moment. 16 minutes to go. More changes for Tottenham. You would like to think that Gyökeres will get a little bit of game time. Ryan said, what worries me is this team with Zubi starts at Old Trafford. How many starters have we signed? Just Gyökeres. I think the window is a 6 currently. I gave it a 6. I think Zubamendi and Gyökeres make it a 6. Kepa's a decent backup keeper. Mosquera, I haven't seen enough. Norgard looks okay. Oh, man, look at Kudus, man, flicking the ball over Havertz. So, yeah, and we haven't sold enough players either. I'll give it a 6. Richard said, Spurs are going to be a different prospect this season with Frank in charge. His Brentford side always caused us and other teams, top teams, problem. I think Thomas Frank is a very good manager. Very good manager. It's annoying that they've got him as manager because I know Ange won a trophy, but in the league, they were going nowhere with that wide open style. I think Frank is good. Big up Lewis, who's become a new member. Big up your damn self. And Richard said, how are we so bad at selling? 15 million for Zinni and Fabio. Liverpool get 35 million for Kwanzaa. Bayern get the same price for Xhaka they paid for him 2 years ago. A lot of the time, bro, it comes down to wages. Comes down to wages. Zinni's on 150. What would Kwanzaa have been on at Liverpool? 30 grand maybe? People will pay decent fee if the wage isn't crazy. You got a crazy wage. Oh, Gyökeres is on, people. Gyökeres, Mosquera, and Max Dalman triple change. No Waneri. Oh, I think Zinchenko was coming on as well. Victor Gyökeres for the last 14 minutes. Zubi got bullied by Casemiro last season. He's not. He's very good technically, man. He's on, people. He is on. Let's enjoy it before Arteta ruins him. Victor Gyökeres. Na. Victor Gyökeres. Victor Gyökeres. We enjoy it now before Arteta turns him into Ricky Lambert. He's on the pitch. Will he get a chance? Will he score? It's just written in it. Gyökeres scores the equaliser. Going to be interesting to see Mosquera. I haven't really seen him play that much in Spain, so let's get a look at him. Tottenham have made a couple more subs. Bergvaul's off. I didn't see who the other one was. But let's see. Come on. If Gyökeres scores, we'll go mad. Trossard plays it down the line. Corner to Arsenal. Did somebody else come on for Arsenal? Odebeer, Van der Ven and Bergvaul came off for Tottenham. Was that Marino? I thought Marino came on. Finally, a real striker. Finally, the Aubameyang replacement. Gyökeres didn't train with Sporting. He wanted to join us. Yeah, so he's only had two trainings with Arsenal. They did one in Singapore and one in Hong Kong. Corner to Arsenal. Odegaard whips it in. Goes all the way to the back post. Shot! It's blocked. Goes out for another corner. Max Dalman with the shot there on his right foot. Blocked. Marino did come on, right? I thought I saw Marino. Zinchenko's on as well. I didn't see everybody who came off. Tekka's there from Max Dalman on his weaker foot. In swinging corner. Martin Odegaard. It's flicked on. It goes out for a goal kick. Real bad man, Gyökeres. You're right, Kamani. A bit late. He hasn't. You know, nowadays, football, they dictate it by science and they'll say, oh, he's only had 2 training sessions, even though he's probably been doing some tough work by himself. You know, football is like that nowadays, isn't it? You know? But good to be back with the community. 5,300 of you locked in. Big up the Twitch gang as well. Let's get those numbers up. Let's get 3,000 likes. And we're close to 98,000 subscribers. We are actually at 98,000 subscribers. Big up your damn selves. We are there. We're just over as well. So we're now less than 2,000 away from the 100k plaque. Sakot, Kivior and Lewis Skelly came off. Mosquera and them guys came on. Big up. 5.3k, man. Amazing numbers. We'll obviously do a watch-along. I don't think I'm going to any of the Emirates Cup games. So we'll be doing watch-alongs for them as well. Villarreal and Athletic Bilbao. This style of play won't reward Glock 14, not Glock 9. 100 before the start of the season. I'm pushing. We've got about 3 weeks. I think we'll do it. Ball over the top looking for Gyökeres. Again, you've got to get closer to him. Don't isolate him. Big up to the community for getting us to 98k. Really appreciate it. Over 5,300 of you locked in, which is amazing. Yeah, there's a lot of hype when Gyökeres came on. Can hear the crowd cheering. For Gyökeres at the moment, he just needs to get minutes under his belt. Get 14 minutes today, couple training sessions back in London, getting minutes against Villarreal, minutes against Bilbao. I would imagine he'll start in maybe one of those 2 games at least. You want him to be starting at Old Trafford, really. You don't want him on the bench, especially the way Havertz has played in this pre-season. Paul said, Leeds fan tuning in for the first time. Sub from me, bro. Good stream, great chat, blessed. I appreciate that. Big up Leeds. Back in the Prem. Always a good trip to Ellen Road. As Trossard wins a free kick. Not even I get the impression you mean Jesus himself, not Gabriel Jesus, could save this team. Here's Max Dalman. He's playing on the right. 2 players on him. He's so confident on the ball. 15 years of age. Oh, Marino tried the reverse pass there. Come on. We have to get an equaliser. We don't lose this. We get out of this somehow, at least with a draw in pre-season. Big up Laser Gaming, man. Hope you're well, bro. Make sure you guys go and follow him. Oh, ball whipped in. Max Dowman pulled across and it's cleared. What a ball in. Was pulled back there by Zinchenko. Nobody was there. We need that Gyökeres goal, don't we? Late Gyökeres equaliser. Max Dowman, man, I'm telling you, baller. He's done more in 5 minutes than Martinelli's done in the whole game. He's on the ball again here. 2 players up against him, Spence and Son. Rolls it back to the edge of the box, Odegaard. Arsenal keep possession, 8 minutes to go. I wonder if there is a penalty shootout at the end of the game. Maybe we can shamelessly say we won the penalty shootout if we lose the game, which is beyond shameless, but we're short of options. Arsenal in possession again. Come on. We've hardly created anything in this game. Don't forget Match Bingo sponsoring today's show. Arsenal, ball whipped in, Zinchenko. Marino. Zinni back to Marino. Marino whips in. It's not a bad ball. It's a bit too much on it and it's cleared. Here's Son for Tottenham on the break. Odegaard playing CDM. Bro, I told you. How is he supposed to create chances that deep? It don't make no sense. He's in the middle of the battle. It's like WrestleMania. The man's in the middle of the ring. You're not built for that, bro. Get out of there. Shameless shootout. I reckon they might do a penalty shootout, you know. Arteta won't be able to hide with that tough schedule, nah. I remember when them fixtures came out, I said, I don't mind them. Because there's no hiding place. It forces you to do your business quickly. And, oh, somebody's down injured. Trossard. He's limping it. He looks like he's walking off. Tottenham are making a change. Maddison's on. Trossard's walking off the pitch. I think he's done. High-fived Arteta. Yeah, he's off. There you go. Trossard's injured. Straight off. Reece Nelson's coming on. Remember, Trossard came on as a sub. That is not good. Hopefully that's nothing serious. Remember, there's talk of Trossard being sold. Trossard comes off injured, people. He came on as a sub. And Sarr comes off for Tottenham, who scored the goal. Maddison comes on. Archie Gray comes on as well for Tottenham. Bentancur comes off. Yeah, Trossard off injured. That's a real negative. Cheeky legend, I bet £100 on Arsenal. Total waste. Cheers, Havertz. But if Havertz is up top, don't ever bet. Arteta is literally making players worse. Said above and beyond. Sundad moments. Big up for the super sticker, bro. And Ageless said, see, there's something special about left-footed players. Skelly, Saka, Dowman, Wilshere. They just look a bit more cultured, don't they? Because we're used to seeing right-footed players all the time. He was saying it was his groin. Maybe. That would be a few weeks. Who will buy an injured Trossard? You got to hope it's nothing serious. Here come Arsenal. We've got 5 minutes to go. Zinchenko, left-hand side. Will Gyökeres get a chance? Reece Nelson, left-hand side. 2 players on him. Lays it off to Zinni. Poor cross. It's deflected. Gyökeres back to goal. Lays it off. Shots blocked. Shot wide. Ben White. No, Zubamendi it was. Sorry. Why risk Trossard if we planned on selling him? Who knows? People saying you don't fool me. Man saying Trossard's pretending he's injured so we don't sell him. Sambi Lokonga has not been on in this whole tour. What was the point of sending him over there? We need to sell him. Trossard's faked an injured stay at the club is harsh. It's very harsh. 5,500 locked in, man. Unbelievable numbers for a pre-season friendly. Really appreciate it, people. And we've gone past 98k. So big up your damn selves for the support. We're going to try and get that 100k before the season starts. Listen, good to be back anyway on the watch-alongs. Hopefully Arsenal can get an equaliser, but we haven't played well. We haven't deserved to score a goal, really. What have we really troubled Vicario in this game? Not really. Return the shirt if we lose. I know, got caught up in the Gyökeres hype. Here's Max Dowman. Oh, tries to drift between two. It gets blocked. Spence, a good defender, you know. He's just a difficult defender to get past. Don't rip the shirt. Nah. We're in the middle of a recession. I ain't ripping no shirt. Yeah, we got 98k today, AJ. So big up the community, man, as always. Appreciate your support, particularly on match days, and those of you who tune in daily as well. As I said, because it's Tottenham, the defeat will disappoint me more, you know, because they'll take that as a little bragging rights. We shouldn't give them anything, but we haven't done enough. Spencer Nottingham boy. Nah, he's a London boy, but he obviously played for Forest for a few years. But nah, he's a London boy. Sorry about that. I'm just punching the microphone. Yeah, 100k subs. Hopefully we get there very soon. Dinershen, I rate Gyökeres, but the downfall of Arsenal is Arteta. We'll find out for sure. We have to be serious. It's pre-season. Relax. Nah, man. Not against Tottenham. HFM. If Arteta loses this, he'll cry for a penalty shootout. Tottenham on the attack. Two minutes to go. Plus time added on, and then whether there is a penalty shootout or not. Let's have a look. Arsenal. Is there any info about whether there's a penalty shootout? Apparently, Whistle has handed in a transfer request at Brentford. Is there a penalty shootout? Doesn't say. I suppose we'll find out at the end of the game. It's been a boring game. Nishoka is getting minutes where he's hardly touched the ball. I want him to get a chance. Arsenal therapy needed now. No pre-season therapies. Unless we lost heavily, then I'll be having a meltdown. Gundo said, Curtis, your streams are legendary. I always listen to you and mute the match. It's far more enjoyable than that way. I agree. I think that's the way forward. A lot of these commentators, man, they're boring. They don't... You mute it, get this on in the background, job done. Big up Gundo. Plus, you might get a shout out. They ain't going to shout you out on Sky, are they? How can Gyökeres touch the ball when our creativity is shocking? Well, this is going to be the problem. Good play there by Reece Nelson. Wins a corner. Looks sharp. Stuart said, not optimistic for the season. No matter who we sign, it's Arteta who is the problem. Even Woking beat the scum. They drew with Luton last week, and now they're beating us. There is a penalty shootout. The commentator just confirmed it. Oh, don't know if that's good news or bad news. Come on, corner to Arsenal. We're in the 90th. Header, poor. They clear it. How long's added on? 6 minutes added on. Jeez. Come on, get an equaliser and then win the penalty shootout shamelessly. The team who wins gets a trophy, apparently. These rules are crazy in pre-season. Big up the Twitch gang as well. 5.5k locked in. 34 on Twitch. Big up. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Let's hunt it down. Less than 2k to the 100k. 6 minutes added on. 5.5 minutes to go. Then, from what people are saying, we're going to get a penalty shootout as well. FPL code. I will set that up next week. I haven't actually set it up yet. I was absolutely shocking in my own league last season. But do you know what? It's the first time I've done the Premier League FPL. So I think this year I'm ready for it. I know what time it is. So do you put Gyökeres in your team or not? Because if Arsenal play like this, he won't be scoring many. But yeah. No, FPL will be set up next week. No worries. No worries, people. Can we get a late equaliser? Gyökeres has hardly had any touches of the ball. Zinchenko's done all right since coming on, actually. Come on, Arsenal, what we got? Here's Dowman, right-hand side, up against Spence. Step over. Good defender. I'm telling you, Spence is a serious 1v1 defender. You do not get past him hardly ever. But, well, good play by Dowman. Wins a corner. He brings intent, you know. He's not just running in a straight line. Step overs, moving him left and right. Corner to Arsenal with just over 4 minutes of normal time to go. And then we'll have a penalty shootout, which they're now doing in these friendlies. Brennan Johnson grabbing up Marino. Just give us a penalty for banter. Wow, he's given both a yellow card. That's a bit over the top. Here is the corner. In-swinger from Odegaard. Even set-piece FC ain't working. Flicked on. Goalkeeper collects it. Wow, I am tired after this game. I woke up this morning feeling fresh. I watch Arsenal and I'm shattered. Spence needs an England call-up. Bro, I'm telling you now. Look how well he's playing. Out of position as well. He's a right-back. 5.5k. In fact, it's 5.6k locked in. Big up your damn selves. Legends. Each and every one of you. What have we got? 3 minutes to go. Get this rubbish over with. And then the penalty shootout. Oh, Dowman. The pass was overhit. Didn't reach it. Didn't reach it. Goes out for a goal kick. I wish I could just sim the penalty shootout now. The only good thing about the penalty shootout, Gyökeres will take a penalty. Please make sure he scores. Because it's that's maybe the only positive. No pens unless we equalise. Is that true? Or some people saying there's pens regardless of the result. Some people saying there's only pens if you're drawing. Obviously, I've got the commentary turned down, so I don't know what they're saying. Spence is Wan-Bissaka on steroids. Bro, he's a 1v1 monster of a defender. Dowman is more of a threat than Saka. Bro, Zinchenko whips it in. It's blocked. Goes out for a throw into Arsenal. 2 minutes to go. Are you back from Singapore? How was the trip? Yeah, I'm back. It was brilliant. Really good. The only thing is the humidity was crazy over there. Good play by Nelson. Wins a free kick. He's looked good. He's looked good since coming on. Gyökeres won't be happy not to score. Score, bro. He's hardly had a touch. They've hardly even passed the ball to him. We've created nothing. The only thing we've done is cross the ball a few times. Arteta has to sign more players. And he has to change this system. Because he'll just be isolated up there. Alvin, nah, the Insta's not sorted, bro. I'm battling. It's hard to get them back. Really difficult. Guess this is a reality check. Odegaard whips it in. It's up in the air. It's cleared away. It's definitely a reality check. Odegaard, he's going to get bullied. I told you. Told you. Soon as they made contact with him, he put his arms out, asking for a free kick. The referee said no. Here's Son. Oi, good ball in. Reece is better than Nelly. Bro, he's a better dribbler. No cap. What do you mean he needs more players? Sack him. Well, they're not gonna sack him, are they? Not right now. So let's hope we can create a better team and somehow he gets away with it. Odegaard. Minute to go. No, 30 seconds to go. This is the last chance, in fact. Nelson, don't lose the ball. Cross it in if you can't. Don't force it. Here's Zinni. This is the last chance. Saliba, no. Oh, clip back across. Awful. Just an awful game of football. Look, Spurs players are celebrating. They're hyped. I thought Ben White should have done better there. Wow. That'll be full time once they take the goal kick. Just a poor game of football all round. Odegaard's been poor. So many of them. Saka was poor. Havertz was awful. Martinelli was awful. Norgard was okay, but on the ball didn't look amazing. Rice looks isolated. Left 8 doesn't work. Lewis Skelly was getting cooked by Kudus. Just not a good performance. David Raya was all over the place. Poor performance. Trossard's got injured as well. So this is not a good display for Arsenal. We're over the 6 minutes. We're in the 97th minute now. I can't remember Vicario hardly making a save in the whole game, which is crazy. All right, there we go. Full time. It's over. Is there a penalty shootout? Is there a penalty shootout? Strange game, man. Honestly, I think they should stop playing English clubs in pre-season. It don't work. Guys, let me know in the comments. Is there a penalty shootout? I can't hear the commentary, so you guys let me know. Let's see. Is the stream gonna end? What did you hear them say anything? Most people saying no. Game over. I hope the game is over, to be honest. I don't even want to see a penalty shootout. Gyökeres played 14 minutes. Touched the ball about 2-3 times. Yeah, I think the game's over. I don't think there is a penalty shootout. I tell you what, man, Arteta's going to have to learn a lot from that performance because something ain't right. Gyökeres and yeah, Gyökeres hardly touched the ball. Son and Havertz chatting. I think they were at Bayer Leverkusen together, weren't they? Man said the gun jam. You don't create chances, he's going to look, there's nothing. You know, why is Rice smiling with Son like that, bro? That's way too friendly. These guys probably live near each other, you know, a lot of these guys. That's what people don't get. A lot of these Arsenal and Tottenham players, they probably live in the same area. I think we've got some problems. I think we've got some problems. Sometimes you see the signings, the glamorous new signings, and you think things are going to be fixed, but the system was dreadful today. The system didn't work. A lot of poor individual performances. Just rigid in our movement. We're slow in transition. Some of these guys, I mean, you're looking at Martinelli on 180k a week, and Max Dowman looks better than him. Do you know what I mean? Reece Nelson looks better than him. Havertz, awful again. Odegaard, awful. Saka was poor today as well. Lewis Skelly got cooked. Raya, what the hell was wrong with David Raya today? Big up, Justin. Is this your job now? Yeah, part of, yeah. Big up, Jay. Kalian never losing sleep for Arsenal again. Nah, definitely not for pre-season. Victory the Great. If Arsenal plays like this, Gyökeres will look like Haaland. Yeah, but Haaland scores 35 goals. I don't mind if Gyökeres ain't in the game, but scores 35. I don't think he will if we don't create. Random clips. We need more play down the middle. Always going down the wing looking for crosses. It is boring. Yeah, and predictable. White glove. How many unforced giveaways from Odegaard? Yeah, he was poor today. Big up white gloves. Amir said this is Arteta's decision. It's the way he wants us to play, isn't it? Alfred personally play Saka left wing. Dalman on the right is our best attacker. Keep Nelson, sell Nelly, bring in Eze, and we need a left back. Some big calls there, but some of them make sense, man. You know, Dalman looks more lively than a lot of our attackers. And DJ said, as the season ended, we look the same, score first, and we can't find a solution. Very disappointing performance. I think we need a left back. I think we need a left back. Not that Skelly needs replacing. He needs genuine competition from a proper fullback. We need a creative midfielder, central. So if I was buying Eze, I'm saying, listen, bro, you need to go and get Odegaard and push him and try and push him out the team. And we need a left winger. I said so many times, oh, who do you want, Eze or Rodrigo? We need both. We need both, bro. I'm telling you now. We need a winger and Eze. We need both. We need a quick, dynamic left winger that can dribble, that causes major problems. And then you need Eze to play central and put pressure on Odegaard, because Odegaard cannot be playing like that. Yeah, there's no penalties. They're saying thank you to the fans for the tour and the support and all that. Declan Rice, one of the best number sixes in Europe. We're playing him left 8. I don't know about that, people. I'm sorry. It don't look right to me. So concerns. Listen, it's pre-season, but we just lost to Tottenham. I'm not happy with that. So Arteta's got to really assess things. Zamir said, my man Gyökeres barely didn't even touch the ball because of Arteta's decisions. Agree. Penalty spot. Arsenal don't know how to feed a striker that doesn't play as a centre forward cam. It's really worrying. That's a great point, by the way. We really haven't played with a natural striker since Oba left. So everything's been the striker drops in, the striker drifts wide. They need to understand how to use a number 9, an out-and-out striker. Fitz said, notice you said the same things you've been saying for 2 years throughout the stream. Whilst Arteta is manager, I simply cannot see any changes. Big up Fitz-Joseph. Collins Edit said, I woke up at 7:30 a.m. for this trash. Go back to bed, bro. Get some sleep. Put this game out of your mind. It would be my advice. That game was trash. Trash, trash, and more trash. But the good thing is, it's over. That's the only positive. The game is over. It was dreadful. And as I said, man, you don't ever want to lose to them. Sometimes you need a wake-up call to realize you're maybe not as good as you think. And that needs to be the wake-up call to Arteta today. We do not have enough creativity. We do not have enough match winners. And we need to improve dramatically if we're going to be successful this season, because that is poor. That was really, really poor today. So, yeah, we got to learn from it. People, I will be back tomorrow unless anything happens today or we hear anything. It's going to obviously be quiet. We'll do a members stream starting next week. We're definitely due one. 2 touches in 15 minutes. Victor Goscarez and Chokerez, Daniel's calling him. He's going to have a long season if he doesn't score a lot of goals. Kay Hayes says, big up Don Curtis. I woke up extra early as I'm in California to watch Arsenal disappoint me. And Kanye says, bring in Liao, bruv. I'm telling you, bring him to the carpet. People, hit the like button, subscribe. Big up for getting us past 98,000 subscribers. Get the likes up to 3,000. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll review the game, press conference reaction, and hopefully some transfer news, because we need some new players. Appreciate the support, and I'll see you all tomorrow, people.